Hello everybody and a very welcome to Crafters TV. My name's Ben Moseby. Welcome back if you joined us a little bit earlier on for our Craft Together with Debbie Fisher. And indeed welcome back if it's the first time you've been with us this year. Thanks for being here. Only my second show because of course I was tucked away in the gallery for the first 2 days. I just want to keep saying that because I saw a lot of comments coming through going, oh look at Ben having an extra holiday. I was working very hard. And without making producer Johnny sound like the hardest worker in the room, it's quite hard producing the show and getting ready for it. But we won't talk about that too much, you know, because producer Johnny, whew, what does he actually do? Anyway, so I am here back with you. Debbie's going to be back a little bit later on. 5 o'clock tonight, we are going to be taking you through everything that you need to know as far as the rhinestone applicator is concerned. Going to be having to play with that. Going to be looking at all the different things you can apply those rhinestones onto. And we'll be doing a lot more as well, of course, getting you involved, getting your pictures in, getting all your comments through. But over the course of this next couple of hours, as you've seen from the screen, it is a takeover with someone who I feel like I've not seen in absolutely ages. She's been very busy doing other bits and pieces, and of course with the festive period and everything that goes on. But she is back. She is taking over for the next couple of hours. Very excited to be here. It's the one and only Sara. How are you?
Ah, you see, you might have been back in at work and whatnot. I just had a long holiday.
Ah, there you go. See.
No, but a long holiday and doing me other bits of jobs because it's been a big week for me this week because my brand new quiz show on ITV was out on Monday.
Yeah.
So I've been down in London the last 2 days, but I had to be back for today because it is a year to the day since I was first on your screens being back in charge.
Is it actually?
It was this exact day last year. Well, it's Wednesday. It was the 7th. So what a year it's been.
What a year it's been.
A year of big change, let's just say. A year of big change. But yes, so thank you. So all I want to say is thank you so much for sticking with us for this last year. And I know what 2025 had in store. I have the privilege of knowing what 2026 has had in store. So I've been in here all day. I shouldn't really be saying all of this.
Yeah, don't say too much.
I'm probably going to say too much. I have been in here since very early doors this morning recording some top secret video tutorial content in the next door studio for a very big, exciting thing that is happening at the end of the month. Wow. That is as much as I can say, but you are going to wet your pants when you see it because it's very amazing. Yeah.
I feel like there's lots of top secret stuff going on because you just said you've been doing top secret stuff, and Debbie Fisher yesterday came in saying that she'd been filming some top secret stuff as well.
Debbie was at my house yesterday doing top secret stuff.
Will I get to do any top secret stuff or not really?
No, because basically we can't trust him to keep a secret. So we can't tell him, we can't let him in on the secrets. But yes, the top secret thing that Debbie was working on is the very same project of the top secretness that I was working on today as well.
This is all very cryptic, isn't it? But you'll have to try and see if you can guess. I mean, you can guess, but we won't tell you.
Well, here's the thing, right? So it might be a year ago to the day since I took over as the big boss again, right? But it's 20 years ago this month since something else happened.
Right.
That's all I'm going to say. That is as much clue as you are getting. But 20 years ago, in the January, there was something went down. And that will unlock the key to what might be happening at the end of the month. And that is totally, honestly, as much as I'm saying, but it's a very exciting time coming up.
I feel like I'm on some sort of quiz show with you now, with all this stuff going on.
No, I'm not going fast enough.
No. Time is money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to watch it, obviously, because it's on in the afternoons, isn't it?
Oh,
so
yeah,
I'm here.
I know. Actually,
I'll have to record it.
So if you're at home, yes, I'm on now, but I'm actually going to be on 2 channels at the same time because we're basically, for those of you in the US, you might not know, but I've done a brand new quiz show and it is on every afternoon at 3 o'clock UK time, so basically 55 minutes on ITV, and it literally plays through. So yeah, record it and watch it after our show.
Diana says the new quiz show is brilliant and my family are already hooked.
Yes!
Diana Green. Yeah. So did you get a bit of time to kind of rest and relax and recuperate? Did you go away over Christmas?
Oh, I've had a lovely time. So I actually went to Norway. Oh, yeah. So this is why I broke up early for Christmas. Norway. I went to see the Northern Lights and I got to see the Northern Lights.
Yeah, I was seeing your pictures.
Absolutely off the chart. So yes, so I had a lovely extra holiday at Christmas, and then over Christmas I've just had loads of time with the family. I've had the extended family. I've had my sister, and of course I've got 2 little nieces now, so I've had my sister and husband, the nieces. My mum and dad have been round to stay. Simon's mum and dad have been staying. Her in-laws have been up staying. So I've just hosted and then had a big wedding to go to. That was all very exciting.
Oh yeah, I saw the pictures for that as well, I think.
Oh yeah, and then I've been all in the papers saying all sorts of stuff. So
have you?
Oh yeah, I saw a brilliant one yesterday. You'll laugh at this.
Oh, so saying stuff that or not saying stuff?
Saying stuff that I didn't really say. There was some headline in the papers yesterday about how I've apparently disinherited my kids from my will.
What?
Oh, kid you not? There was a big do a Google search, producer Johnny, and you have to see this in. And some of my US friends were texting me, so it's obviously made it across the pond as well. And there was a picture of me all smiling at the wedding, and they'd managed to catch a picture of Simon when he wasn't smiling outside the Bath Abbey where I was at this wedding. And yeah, it's something about in Sara Davies' scandalous marriage and why she's writing her kids out of the will or something like that.
But how do they write stuff like that?
I'm just telling you, there's no scandal in my marriage at all after nearly 20 years, and we're about as simple as they come.
Yeah.
And definitely having put the kids out of the will, if that's another one. So shouldn't always believe what you read in the papers.
I don't read the papers anymore, so I don't have to read stuff like that. Isn't that at the point where you then instruct lawyers and stuff to go and like...
Oh, it's just not worth it.
No, is it not worth the bother?
Oh, it's already the chip wrappers today, isn't it? It was yesterday's news, today's chip wrappers.
That's a really good point, actually, isn't it? Yeah, it's in the fish and chip shop now, so don't really matter. No. I'll just say a few hellos and welcome back, Sara. Give us all your chat. We've got Radical Rates on the socials. Karen says, good afternoon. From a very cold... I always pronounce this wrong. Is it Houghton-le-Spring or Horton-le-Spring?
Hortonley Spring. Hortonley Spring.
Hortonley Spring. Yeah, like I said, Tudhoe the first time I was here. Tudhoe, Buster Tudhoe, please, my good man. I still remember that.
That's somewhere called Tudder, just down the road from us, in case you were wondering. It's just Tudder. It's just spelled Tudhoe. That's how the posh people say it.
The first ever bus I got on up here. Tudhoe, please. Do you mean Tudder, like, man? Oh, yes, Tudder, my good man. Carol says, looking forward to seeing Sara. I watched her Christmas Crafters show and it was brilliant.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, let me know in the comments on socials if you watch the Christmas Craft show. I know it was only broadcast here in the UK. It's all to do with TV rights. I don't know how you get it over in the US or whatever, but yes, I'm not in control of that because I'm not ITV. But those of you that were in the US watching, that's very exciting.
Johnny's just, sorry, I've got like loads of exclamations in my ears. All the papers are running that story.
Yeah,
all the papers.
I kind of don't want to know, I think I kind of don't want to know, but yeah.
Karen says, I'm pleased to see Ben and Sara back together. Linda says, hello from Maryland. Zoe is in saying, I'm ready and braced for a Sara whirlwind.
Yes!
Andrea Brown's in Louisiana. Alison says, hello again, everyone, and hi to Sara. It's going to be loud and chaotic, but most of all, it's going to be amazing. That's Sara, that is. Karen's in Kentucky. Francis says, hi all, snow's gone here in Orkney, but Aberdeen are having a difficult time. I hope that you are all warm and cosy. Sara and Ben are a great team. Thank you, Francis.
Thank you. We're definitely not warm and cosy.
No.
It is absolutely freezing here. I've just took my big wool coat off in time to start the show, but I've literally been this is studios. But yes, Aberdeen, loads of snow in Aberdeen, isn't there? So yes, if you are in the UK and have a lot of snow, we're sending the love. Actually, and I guess different parts of the US will have a deadly winter at the moment as well.
Yeah.
So let me know what the weather's like where you are.
So Swerve Save says, congratulations to Sara. Your drive is an inspiration to me as a female who wants to be an entrepreneur.
Amazing. Well, you'll have to go on YouTube and watch my 6-minute entrepreneur videos. They might get you all fired up and pumped up, ready to go.
And Hilary says, my favourite part of the new quiz show was when Sara said that the lady had a squeaky bum.
I think I might have said something like, oh, squeaky bum time there. Oh, it's getting close.
And Ramona Ennis says, I'm finally back to be able to watch live again. Shirley says, I love the Christmas craft show. More, please. Keep the comments coming through. Also be very interested because it is obviously start of a new year. We are doing our Set Yourself Up for Your Crafty Year on the website. So you'll find lots of ideas and hints and tips of how to get into crafting and also other different styles of crafting as well. So, you know, if you're more of a paper crafter, you want to try out different things. There's lots on the website for that. But if you are new, or maybe you're someone who kind of like lurks in the shadows in shows and never normally comments, send us a little message in today. Say hello to Sara, because we would love to hear from you. We love our regulars, don't get me wrong, we absolutely love speaking to you every day, but we'd love to hear from newbies as well, Sara, particularly anyone who's maybe just found us and wants to get into crafting. Got any questions? Let me ask Sara, for goodness sake, yeah?
Look, I'm here for a couple of hours, guys. Ask whatever it is you want. You want to see something, you want to understand how something works, you want us to get into something in detail, just ask. That is exactly what we're here for.
We are also here to talk about lots of great deals and also lots of great events which are coming up. You will know, unless you've been under a rock somewhere, that we've got a big event coming up this year. Now we can officially say this year, Craftaganza is going to be upon us very, very soon indeed. And we just thought we'd spend a bit of time talking about this. Maybe for those of you who haven't yet booked, maybe there are those of you that don't even know yet about it, but also just to get the excitement going for the many people we know that have already booked tickets. This is going to be a brilliant event or series of events that we're going to be doing in the UK in May, 15th and 16th of May, and we'll come on to that in just a second, but we're very excited about that, but also hugely excited about the fact that we are bringing the whole team to the US of A in April. So it's going to be in Texas. It is the 18th and 19th of April and the 21st and 22nd of April as well. Prices are on your screen just here. Sara, for anybody who doesn't know about this or anyone who is new, talk to us about the whole kind of Craftaganza experience, what it was and now what it's going to become.
Oh yes, so we've been running big crafty events for almost 15 years now. So when I say we know how to do it, we really, really know how to do it, okay? So 15 years ago we started, I remember the very first one we did, we actually did it at the venue where I got married. And so how long have me and Sam been married? 18 years. So yeah, it will be about, we have been together 27 years, Johnny. Johnny's quoting the papers to me now. You're all off Googling now, aren't you, seeing what the crack is? 27 years we've been together, 18 years we've been married. And yeah, it was the year after we got married, I hired the same venue and we ran the same Craftaganza. There was only about 30 people at the first, 35 people I think it was at the first one.
Yeah.
And it just got bigger and bigger and bigger every year, to the point whereby before we had the pandemic, we would run a Craftaganza, we'd have hundreds of people. People would fly in from all over the world and we'd run a big crafty weekend for like, well, it was 2 or 3 days we'd be running and we'd do back-to-back classes.
Yeah.
Now, when the pandemic happened, that obviously stopped all of this kind of face-to-face stuff. And then when we started back up, because the world had gone virtual, we went virtual with our Craftaganza. So we did, those of you who were participating last year, you hopefully did our amazing Craftaganza with us, where people joined Leanne and I for the whole weekend. We taught back-to-back classes, but everybody was remote down the camera. And don't get me wrong, it was an epic weekend. In fact, this weekend, who signed up on the who signed up on the Craftaganza follow-up, because Leanne and I are going to be here this Saturday live and crafting with you all afternoon, well, afternoon UK time, morning US time, but that's another thing. But that was such a huge runaway success, and there were thousands of people all over the world all came together. But the biggest bit of feedback that we had from people is it was brilliant to be able to do the crafting, it was brilliant to have the community, but it's just missing that having people together. We want to craft together. We want to bring people physically together in the same space. So yes, we've had our Craftaganza that's been virtual, and we've had thousands of you, but we've created an opportunity, and we appreciate that it's a long way for people in the US to fly. So we are flying the whole team out to the US. So we'll be doing one big one in the US, and actually we're running that over 2 different times. So those who can make it on the weekend, or those who prefer a midweek one. And then we'll be running exactly the same classes for those of you in Europe can come together at our one here at the head office in the UK. So the details on the screen are basically your crafting package. So that is all of your craft materials, your classes, all your makes, everything you're going to need, and all of the tuition. Then on top of that, you would need to book your accommodation. So what happens is, once you sign up and you get you get signed up for the event, then you'll get the automatic email, and that will then let you know the details of which hotel, and we've got a whole like travel agent team who will help you book all of your accommodation, all of your flights, everything like that. Some people are staying locally with friends. I know people who are coming and bringing their Winnebagos, their camper vans and staying. Other people are staying at the hotel where we're running the classes. Other people are staying at other local hotels. So there's loads of options, whatever works for your budget. But these details on your screen, this is all of the crafting that we do.
Yeah.
So what's going to happen is you're going to arrive and you're going to be welcomed, and we're all going to be there. Have you got your flights booked yet, Benjamin?
Have I got no?
Oh, well, you want to be getting started. It's not long now.
Oh, well, better book those.
Yeah.
I thought someone would do that for me.
Why keep your dog and back yourself, eh? So we'll all be coming over. We will all be getting our flights booked, for those of us who might not have booked our flights yet. And so we'll be there the day before, ready to welcome you all. Everything is organised to within an inch of its life. We have got the most unbelievable classes, and it's all about the experience. I want you to get there. Most people, bear in mind, will be coming on their own. So if you're watching this and you're thinking, well, I love the sound of this, but I don't have anybody to come with, the majority of people who have booked onto the event already are coming on their own. So please don't let that stop you. And you know us. Even if you don't know other people that are coming, you know us. So the whole point is we've got a big enough team out there that we can welcome everybody. We can get to know, even though we don't know you, because we haven't met a lot of you, you've been watching us for years, we'll be spending loads of time with you, and then we'll be introducing you to each other. So by the time you're a couple of hours in, you'll have made loads of friends, and then you'll be put into your group and you'll move around all of the different classes. And we've got all of our teachers, and we're going to be teaching you. We're literally down in tools and all coming out to the US, and then all going to the big venue that we're doing it here in the UK. And we've got the most incredible itinerary planned. All I'm going to tell you now is whatever level of crafting you are, it is for you. We've made it suitable so that if you're a complete beginner just getting started, or if you're a hardcore Crafters Companion fan that's been doing this for 20 years with us, you're going to learn something new, and we're going to take those skills up a notch. But more than anything, it's just wonderful to be able to do this together. And in the 2 days that you're with us, you'll go through 10 classes.
Yeah.
10 different techniques, 10 workshops, 10 different sets of things you're going to be learning, and you're going to be learning it with the experts, okay? We are going to be hand-holding you, and the difference is when you're in a class with just like 20, 30 people, we're going to be able to work hands-on with everybody to give you that time that you need. It's not like when we did it remotely and there's me here, this side of the camera, and there's 3,000 or 4,000 of you, the other side of the camera. We are going to be working with you one-to-one and helping you develop those skills. It's everything I remember from Craftaganza when we used to do it years ago. It's just going to be on steroids and at different parts around the world.
I'm so glad you pointed that out as well, because I do think there have been a few people who are a bit like, oh, well, you know, I'm not kind of the greatest crafter in the world, so maybe I'll get a little bit left out. But I think that's even more of a reason to come if you feel like you're more of a beginner or you're getting started. Because like you said, we've got the opportunity to actually be there with you, and so spend time with you. Whereas you may get more lost on like you know, one when you're doing it remotely. Here, we can come and help you. We can stand by you and help you do it, can't we?
Oh, trust me, it's totally different. And I know firsthand, because I've been on a lot of these classes with our teachers, I know what it's like to be trying to do something and not have a clue. And Leanne steps over my shoulder and just shows, just do it like this, just move that there, and then this, you'll get the hang of it. The difference that makes is incredible. But more than that, as much as it's lovely to have had the expert tuition, it's the friends that you'll make. Yeah. You know, it's the holiday. It is a holiday. It's a holiday that you crafting holiday that you go on with, but you go on your own to make friends, and then those friends. I've got people who made friends at Craftaganza 15 years ago are still friends now today. You know, they've forged those friendships, and then you've got people, and then it doesn't matter if you're not in the same state or the same county over here in the UK. You'll have those friends, and you'll be able to work together all the time. So honestly, it really is. It is priceless. Well, it's not priceless because there's the price you can pay on your screen. And actually, if we make it a little bit easier, there's various payment options. So wherever you are, whether you are in the US or you're in the UK, there's different like payment support. So you don't have to pay everything all up at once. You can break that cost down over multiple different payments.
Those options will potentially come up for you when you go to checkout, but just click the events page on the website and everything will be there for you. One thing I do want to mention as well, and I genuinely don't know, but I've heard at Craftaganzas in the past that the entertainment, the nightly entertainment is supposed to be very good. That's going to be the case again this year, I guess, is it? Well,
we might have to put you in charge of entertainment coordination. Do you not think? I think why we don't have an expert like this and then not make use of it?
Well, you know, I'm up for it. Johnny's just did a little panto reference there. I sang No Scrubs by TLC and Telephone by Lady Gaga. Full song. Full songs, yeah. Yeah, 8 minutes or so. No, and I did the duet as well, so I probably sang for 12 minutes. Yeah.
Oh,
they're doing a DVD this year as well. Just to say, they're doing a DVD. So for those of you, especially our US viewers who said, oh, I'd love to see it, I've put my name down for a DVD, so I will be able to get clips of the show and put it on my Facebook page.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah, if you want to book Craftaganza, website, so go to the event page there. You'll get the drop down. You can choose which one you want to go for, and of course those potential payment options that are available to you as well. A few more quick comments. Denise Mills says, I saw the scandal news here in Trinidad. So the scandal news has reached Trinidad.
I can't believe it. What it was one of my US friends texted me. She went, what's this about you disinheriting the boys? I was like, oh my God, read the article. There's nothing, it's all a load of rubbish they've just written a headline with.
Avril says, Sarah, your handmade Christmas series was fabulous. I've recorded it all to rewatch again soon. You're an absolute inspiration.
Oh, thank you. I love doing it.
Doreen says, hello to Ben and Sarah. Happy New Year. We have heavy snow. What's that? People on the TV. Let me know. I'll talk to their people and I'll sort you a good price out. Tori says, we have heavy snowfall since Saturday in the Netherlands. Flights cancelled, no trains, no buses, and we have to stay inside as much as possible. At least you've got us, Doreen, to watch.
Well, it's a good job she's got us, isn't it?
It is a good job.
Flights cancelled, trains and buses. Craigie, that is bad.
Carol says, Sarah, I made dark chocolate / orange fudge this Christmas. It was the biggest hit of all the treats. We had it for morning treats at church. The only dish that was completely emptied, so thank you. Is that your recipe?
Was that my fudge recipe?
Yeah.
Oh my word. Yes, Johnny's asking, did you share with everybody? I broke my vow and I shared the fudge recipe with everybody because it's so easy. I felt like it was rude not to. Yeah. So I made chocolate orange fudge. Do you know I might have some spare chocolate at home? Are we all being good for January or is that out the window?
I've gone dry, but I'm still eating.
I'm dry.
Yeah, I'm going to try and do the whole year.
No.
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
Wow, I've just said I'll just do dry January.
Yeah.
1st of Feb, that'll be it. Get the bottle of champagne open.
But I'm not doing, no fudge.
You're not doing no fudge. Okay, so fudge is all good. We just can't have alcoholic fudge.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Johnny's like, we can. Right. I will make a batch of fudge and bring a batch of fudge in.
Yes. So, do you know the one thing as well? Because obviously I didn't see you much because obviously you were busy doing stuff. The one thing I really missed this year as well, I don't know if you're still doing it.
Oh.
You know what you didn't do this year, didn't you?
I did. I just didn't do one for you. That's really bad. I brought Leanne's Christmas cake. I made her a massive big doorstop as well. And I know this is going to make you feel really bad.
Don't tell me then.
It was my best Christmas cake ever. It was, honestly, I learned, I put extra black treacle in and I soaked the fruit for longer and it was so moist and it was my best Christmas cake I've ever done.
I genuinely as well did not have any Christmas cake this year either. I just didn't have any Christmas cake.
Oh, it's all gone now. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can't have it anyway, can I?
It had a lot of booze in as well.
Did it?
So yeah, that would have been no good.
Caroline, I've got your question about the Gemini 2. We're going to look at that in just a minute. Zip says, I cannot wait to meet you all at Craftaganza. I'm super excited.
Yes!
And Jean Marie says, I will be with you and Leanne on Saturday, Sarah. I cannot wait.
Anybody else with us on Saturday? Let us know in the comments.
Sue says, afternoon to Sarah and Ben. I loved Sarah's Christmas Craft TV. Got lots of inspiration. Looking forward to another year of crafting with you all. And Bonnie just says, where do we get the fudge recipe, Sarah? Bonnie Bookworm.
Okay, so go on my Instagram, on my Facebook, on my TikTok. And then if you scroll through the videos, I think it was just the week before Christmas.
Okay.
I shared it.
So have a look. If you want more Sarah as well, did you know on the homepage of the website there is a series called Crafting for Beginners with Sarah. It's there. Click on it. We showed this a little bit yesterday. It's a good series.
Really good series. Even if I do say so myself.
It's little. There's 9 episodes. They're sort of 90-second, 2-minute videos. So bite-sized chunks, really, Sarah, isn't it? For lots of different styles of crafting. Yeah?
Just makes it very, very achievable for everybody.
Yeah. So it's all there. The website is brilliant as well, actually, at the minute, because you've got that there on the homepage. You've got the 8 easy crafts for beginners there on the homepage as well. And we're concentrating on scrapbooking this week too. too. So there's a lovely couple of pages to give you ideas for scrapbooking, and then also a page which gives you lots of products that you might want to try out if you want to get into scrapbooking. We've gone big on scrapbooking this week.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, US friends very much like, oh, we love it. You know, we do a lot of it. UK friends a little bit more, oh, I've not really done that before. I don't know. So it's quite nice.
So it's been right nice for everybody to learn. I like that.
Yeah.
I got a new frock for today.
Oh, very nice.
Yes.
Yeah, very on brand.
It was a big day, you see. Year anniversary and all. Big day.
Oh, yeah.
So, right, I'm thinking you can't do that because I can't use my Gemini.
No.
But how about if I put that there, bring this in here?
Can I just nip to the other side of the studio as well? Because I'm going to
I
charge...
thought you were going to say, can I just nip to the loo or something? I was going to go, what I mean? Could maybe wait for the break, but no.
I'm going to charge
You're going to plug in from me Gemini?
Yeah.
Yes.
So let's get the details up. This is a US-only deal. Let's talk about the Gemini 2. Any Gemini 2 questions, fire them in. Again, for people who are new, why has this become the most talked about die cutting and embossing machine in the industry?
Right, okay, so the thing is, we've been making Gemini machines for, crikey, what? 8, 9 years?
2016.
And it is absolutely, we've just been it became the machine that everybody either aspired to own or did own, okay? And we were making the Gemini for so many years, and then we upgraded, a couple of years ago, we upgraded it and brought out the Gemini 2. And since we have, it has honestly been absolutely revolutionary in the industry. Now, is the details of the US just on there? Because are we out of stock in the UK?
We only have it in the US.
But only have it, but we are into a regular cadence of manufacturing now. So don't worry if you are sitting in the UK waiting. We did tell everybody that it would come in and sell out quickly, so we did give everybody the heads up. But for those of you watching in the US, and also we get loads of new viewers all the time.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Do you mind if I just go right back to the beginning for
that's what
anybody
we
who's
want.
brand new?
Let's
and if
do
you
it.
are, look, if you're an avid watcher and you watch all the time, go make yourself a cup of tea now because you'll know all of this stuff. But for anybody who's brand new, this is a die cutting machine. So it's all about what you've got in here. When I open this up, essentially when your materials go into here, you've got 2 rollers on the end here, and they're a little bit like, you know, like in the old-fashioned days, you used to wring your clothes out on one of those.
Like a mangle.
You're going to pop it through, and it's going to scroll, and it's going to go through, and it's like how it wrings your clothes out, right? So you get the machine. And then you've got all of the plates that go with it, right? Now, the thing is, these plates are consumable.
Yes.
So you're probably going to, it's a little bit like the tyres on your car, right? You're going to want to restock them at some point and bring them up, okay? But the whole idea is, and I'm trying to think, I'll put you there, that's a good place, isn't it? Right, so if we want to do some die cutting, right? All you do is you've got your base plate. We take our cardstock, and then you take a die. Now, I've specifically chosen something that's really intricate here. So we put our die face down. Then what you're going to do is you're going to put your clear plate, we're going to put the magnetic shim, and we're going to put the top plate on there, and then that is going to go through the die cutting machine. Now you can see ours, these plates are well used. These are the ones that we use all the time in the studio. They still perform exactly the same. So I don't want you to worry about, oh, well, you can't be using them. They still perform just the same, irrespective of how much kind of wear and tear and use they've had. That goes through, if you notice, it holds at the back there.
Yeah.
So it's not going to fall out. They hold at the back until you lift them out. And when I lift this up, you can see there, oh, actually, you can just see how beautiful it is. I mean, that has cut to absolute, utter perfection.
It has.
Now, what I will do is I'm going to show everybody how you emboss it as well as die cutting,
yes,
right? Because I get that. We quite often, we're so rushed on the shows, we don't get time to talk about this. Now, if I'm embossing, what you need is your rubber embossing mat, which is this one. And it feels unnatural because it feels like you're going to cut into the rubber embossing mat. So can you see I've got that face upwards now? I'm going to put my rubber embossing mat on there as though, as well as cutting through the paper, it's going to cut through the rubber embossing mat. But it won't cut through the rubber embossing mat because we're not going to stack up as much pressure. So what we're going to do is we're still going to put the clear plate, we're going to miss the magnetic out.
Right.
So now what's happened is we haven't put enough pressure through the machine for it to cut. What we have done is it's just enough pressure, and the least dense of those plates, which is the rubber embossing mat, is going to absorb all of the extra pressure, but as a result it's going to push all of the detail into the areas that we've designed on the dies for embossing.
Yeah.
So now when I take this out, right, oh, you can see them starting to fall out. I don't know if you can see, I mean, now Jamie's so good on camera, I bet you probably can. But around all of these, can you see?
Right, yes, you can.
Oh, yeah, you
Cool,
can
look at
see.
that.
You can see the edges where you've got that little divot. So if I lift this up as well here, you can see there, it's almost like it's sculpted into each one of these pieces. And that's because this rubber embossing mat absorbs the extra pressure that you need that goes into them to give that the embossed detail. Now, this is something that I get in trouble off Leanne every time I do, but she's not here, so I'm going to do it anyway, right? If you don't want to knock all the little pieces out, make sure you tab it on the back, so not the side where it's got the cutting, but the back.
You know what? Without dobbing her in, I've seen Leanne do that.
She's always telling me off, right? So you can sit. I mean, look at that.
I mean, it's perfect, isn't it?
That is absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
And cuts a dream. And this is the embossing that we talk about. So you've got that beautiful embossing and all of that detail on there. Oh, he's going right in for the close-up. Sensational, Benjamin.
That is a deep emboss, isn't it?
It really is, and it just shows you it makes all the difference, right? So that is the kind of basics of how you do the die cutting and embossing, okay? But the beauty of this is you can cut through all different materials. So what have I got here?
Mount board.
Lovely big chocker mount board, right? So if I want to cut mount board, let's have a little look. Let's cut like a nice mount board frame with the butterfly in the middle. So actually what's great about this is, if I wanted to make this a photo frame, that's my mount that the photo would go behind. So that's what you would do with your mount board.
And this is a slightly different die, correct? This is a multimedia die, right?
Brilliant thing to talk about. So when we do regular dies, which are for paper, we do them in the silver metal. When we do our dies that are designed to cut through thicker material, we try and do them in this rose gold. Now, we have been known to do some in the silver as well.
Right.
So it's not always quite fail-safe. But if you have a little look at these up close, you can almost see that the silver one is thinner than what the rose gold one is, right? Now, they'll still cut all different materials, but this can cut a much, much thicker material like you've got that mount board, right? Now, if I'm being totally honest, the best thing to do is to always get a little bit. Our low-tack tape is absolutely amazing, right? Take a little bit of your low-tack tape, and I'm going to even low-tacky it even more.
Low-tacky it?
Pop that on there. Now, here's the difference. When we are going to use a thicker die, we still put our clear plastic shim on, but what we don't do is we don't put the magnetic. So the magnetic is basically the difference in thickness between the thin metal dies and the multimedia dies.
Right.
So that now when I offer this through, this should cut without needing the extra depth and pressure of the magnetic. Now, if you choose to keep putting the magnetic in, if the machine can tolerate that going through without getting stuck, it will let it feed through.
Right.
But that immense amount of pressure has to go somewhere, goes into the white plates. And if you've got white plates which are warping and bowing, that's because you've been putting too much pressure through them. So, and to be honest, it doesn't damage them. It just means they don't last as long, okay?
Yeah.
So if you are really good, you would be very careful and you wouldn't. Look at that.
That is
how fabulous
perfect, isn't it?
And that gives you that lovely mount.
So again, just for people who are new, so if you use like a standard, I mean that one obviously wouldn't because it's so detailed, but if you use like a slightly less detailed standard die, can you still cut through other materials or not really?
Right, so what you'll find is something like a mount board, and if we imagine blowing it all up really big, right? Mount board is this thick, your die is this thick, right? So it's okay, it'll cut through it. If you have something like denim, denim is this thick, your die is this thick, right? However, because it's fabric, it squashes down when it goes through the material.
Right.
So the die is still thick enough to cut through. If you take a regular die, and do you know what I might be able to do? Because I might just have one. Right, birthday wishes, right? Let's take this regular die and try and cut into the mount board. Can we cut birthday into the mount board, right? I'm going to tell you it won't, because, in fact, look, we might as well do birthday wishes because it's going to do a nice emboss on here and it's going to look really pretty. Birthday.
I like this, you see, because it's good to see what might happen.
What might happen.
Yeah, and it shows you at home as well.
Yep.
So you don't have to try it for yourself. Like Innovation Station, one of our new shows.
Oh, we've got a new show called Innovation Station.
Yeah.
Oh,
A new presenter as well in that one.
Is that right?
Yeah, Professor Craft he's called.
Professor Craft. Is he any good?
I've not met him personally yet. He's a little bit wacky.
All right, well, we'll find out.
He's,
I'm hearing in my ear that he struggled on his screen test.
I don't know. I've never met him. We've never been in the same place at the same time.
Right, let me say, because we are using a thin metal die, we're going to add this in.
Right.
Okay? And I'm going to use my top piece, right? Now, I haven't actually done this, so but I know the theory behind what's happening, right?
Yeah.
So in theory, your die is this big, your thin metal die, and your mount board is that thick. So I know the mount board, even when it squashes down a bit, not enough. For a thick metal die, yes, it'll still get through it, but I don't think a thin metal die, no. Can you see? And even when you look up close,
Yeah, it's not.
you can see there, it's tried to cut through, but it hasn't managed to get all the way through. So that when I lift this off now, what it's going to do is it's going to give you a lovely emboss.
Oh, it's quite a nice effect.
Man, do you know what? If I hadn't have torn that, if I'd been a little bit more gentle, but it does give a really lovely effect, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does actually.
But that is because the thin metal die is not thick enough to go through the material. What it is, that would be absolutely thick enough to be able to go through something like a denim or a fabric or something like that. It's the same with leather, right? So when you have leather, you can use, leather is this thick, and I'll do it again to my dress. Leather is this thick, the dies are this thick, right? But what happens is the leather squashes so that it's still enough to cut the die, right? If it's something, because mount board doesn't squash, because it's so heavy, it's not going to cut all the way through. But the thicker metal dies will take it through. What they can all do is they can also, let's have a little look here. Should we try cutting a little bit out? Oh, I've got a little bit of metal there as well. Should we try cutting a bit of metal at the same time, right? So let's have a little look. Let's get the metal and let's cut the metal with a little bit of, I'm going to hold this now.
Caroline, I've seen your question about fabric. We'll get onto that when we talk about fabric with Sara in just a second. I'm not ignoring you, but I have seen it. Oh, maybe we have. Yes,
Yep. Right, let's have a little look. Let's cut the mount board again so we can do some more of the mount board. Right, and remember, so the lesson I learnt was, and it's not that the tape's extra sticky.
No.
It's the pressure of going through the machine that does that.
Right, yes.
So, again, I'm going to go with this one. Oh, you're not moving, are you not? No, I don't need this because we're going through regular thickness. I'm going to pop this on. I'm going to feed this into here. So, it's going to cut through that mount board, nice and thick, because this is the thick metal dies. That is, this will allow me to explain the theory, though. That metal, I've used a thick metal die, and so it will have cut through, no problem, through this, right? Absolutely no problem, right? What I will say is, this die is also, even though this is a thicker material, it'll be able to cut through this. So I'm going to now cut the birthday out of the metal. So this totally proves the point that we've just been talking about. Is it's the thickness of the material. All right, so I'll take you off there.
Just obviously be careful if you're doing this with your cans, sharp edges and that.
Sharp
just
edges.
Watch your fingers.
Yeah, please do. Right, now because that's a thin metal die, we're going to put the clear one on. But we're also going to add the magnetic, right? Because we need that extra thickness. So that now, when I send this through, that will cut out the birthday. So even though birthday is a really, really intricate die, and it's got loads of cuts at once, the metal is not thicker than the die now.
Yes.
So it's going to allow us to get that cut effect coming through. But it is, like you said, be very, very careful, because it is, it's looking so good.
That's so good.
So now when I lift this out, yes. And then you would use, crikey, where's all the gear? Pokey tool.
Oh, you'd be lucky.
Will I?
Yeah. There was one yesterday.
I haven't got a pokey tool, but no, I was going to try and use the tweezers.
You've got the,
Oh, have you found something?
What?
Oh, good job. Good job. Right, so take this bit through.
Sandra just said, so how thick can the dies be then that you put through the G2?
The actual dies, there's only two thicknesses of dies that you get. So nobody's made dies, and we certainly don't. They wouldn't work in the G2.
No.
But our multimedia dies are the thickest dies that
looks
do.
brilliant.
Look at that in metal as well. But what I was going to show you, I mean, look at this. How good's that? Even that Do you know what would be really good? You could cut out birthday into the tag.
Oh, that would be really cool.
That would be. Should we do that?
Oh, go on.
Should we do it? See, we're here now, aren't we?
We're here. We're here.
Right. Will it fit though? Will it fit, Sarah? Will it fit?
If you've got any questions as well, do fire them in. I'll ask yours, Caroline, now, actually. But any questions you've got, if you're thinking about getting the G2, what do you need answered? What do you need to know? Is there a particular sort of function that you want to find out more about? Is there a particular style of crafting that you do? You wonder whether it's compatible with the G2? Just to ask. I'll ask this question now, sorry, as we're doing it, but Caroline's asking whether or not... So she got the G2 for Christmas. She says, I understand it will cut fabric.
Yes.
She's obviously got her plates in the box. Does she need to get a special cutting die to do that, she says? So we've kind of covered it, haven't we?
You don't need to, no.
Or
because
a plate.
Fabric, or a plate. But what I will do is I will show you, we'll do some fabric next.
Okay.
Right, so let me have a little look. I'm going to cut this out now. I'm going to lift this out. And then there we go. So now you see, we've got the birthday. Oh, that looks cool as.
It does look cool as.
Look at that. Cut into there.
That's really cool.
I mean, that is just pretty epic, is it not?
That is pretty epic, yeah.
But what I was wanting to show you, what I was really excited about showing everybody, and look, we've even got the cut-out version now. So I love it when you use the positive and the negative, because then there's just no waste at all, is there not? Don't know what I'm going to do with all of these that I've cut out, all of these metal birthdays. I wonder which birthday metal is actually. You know what I mean? Is it? Or it wouldn't be metal. It would be tin, wouldn't it?
Tin.
Not birthday.
Is that for anniversaries?
An anniversary. Yeah, you're right. It's not. It's not a birthday. It's an anniversary.
Tin.
So
is 10th.
10th. Oh, there you go. What anniversary are you on?
Oh no! Now you've asked. This
year.
Dear. What year is it now? 20 years this year.
Well, you should have known that straight out. I love how you had to ask the year.
20 years.
20 years.
What?
When's your wedding anniversary?
Oh, Zara, what are these questions? 2nd of September.
Right.
2nd of September.
Right.
What's yours?
15th of September, it'll be 19 this year.
19 years?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll be 20 next year. So I'll wait and get some ideas off you.
China or crockery for the 20th?
I think she wants something better than some crockery. I'm just going to put that out there. Let's not worry about going with the...
What's the 19th? 19th anniversary. What's yours?
Bronze. Oh, yeah, don't tell Simon.
No.
don't tell Simon. Don't want a bronze statue or something for the garden.
Or something, yeah.
Oh, stop it. Look at this. Look at this. This. So you've got the embossed one or the debossed.
Nice.
Just to show you exactly what that is. I think they look fabulous, don't they? So that is just now I've moved on to embossing. So I've actually gone from die cutting back to embossing now, because that was a 3D embossing folder. I used a different sandwich combination. So I used the base plate. I sandwiched my material in the middle of the folder here, and then I used my magnetic and clear plate, because that in the instructions it'll tell you that is the combination for if you are using a 3D embossing folder, irrespective of what's going on.
And a 2D embossing folder is just the two, isn't it?
The two white plates.
Can you, just whilst we're on this, because this is coming at a good time, Kirsty D saying, Sarah, could you remind me of the plate combination for a cut and emboss folder? She says, I always forget and then resort to getting the MIDI out. Okay, so cut and emboss folder is exactly the same as a 2D embossing folder. Right. Because it's unless it is a 3D cut and emboss folder, then you would use it the same as a 3D embossing folder. But if it's a regular 2D embossing folder, it's just the two white cutting plates. And if you're using it in your MIDI, it's then obviously with the shim, isn't it? Yes. Good. Deborah is asking, can it cut felt? I feel like we will get on to that if we've got any. Look, I've got some bits here. I'm just having a little look at what's in my collection. I've got some fabric. I haven't got any felt, but I've got some fabric. Okay. Do you want me to show you some fabric? Yeah. Great question as well. I'm loving these. Keep these coming in. Helen's just asking. She says, the magnetic shim, is it really magnetic, or is it just its name? Yes. If so, why is it magnetic? Right, okay, brilliant. It's a good question, that one. Really good question, okay? Now, if you follow the instructions, what it will tell you is that you start with the base plate, then you put the clear plate, then you put the magnetic plate, then the magnetic plate holds your die. Let me just check this right. Holds your die. So can you see? It is magnetic. Yeah. Yes, so it's not going to fall off. Holds your die in place
for you then to put whatever it is you're cutting on top.
So you're cutting up.
Problem is, I did so many TV shows like this and you can't see what I'm cutting. It's so much better when I cut and then I lie the die on top, because if you just switched on to the channel midway through the demo, you can see the die and you can see what I'm cutting. If it's the other way around, you can't see anything. So essentially, we negated the use of the magnetic just because of the way we demonstrate on TV. So so that is the only reason we use everything upside down, back to front.
And obviously you don't have that the other way around with your magnetic plate underneath, because it will cut through it, won't it?
Cut into it.
Yeah.
I've made many a good fridge magnet, as we say.
And just very quickly before we move on to this demo, because thank you for these. Susan's just asked, what does deboss mean, she says?
Right, so let me just pop these down and
Really good questions. Keep them
some
coming
nice
in. This is what we want.
questions.
This is what we want.
So if I show you this one here, if you get up nice and close
Have a
and
look,
have a little
Susan.
look at that, right? So what you'll see here is that it's raised upwards.
Yeah.
So it's pushed up, so it's embossed.
Yes.
On the other section, it's depressed into the card. So you can see it really, really well along here.
Yeah.
It's been pushed into the cardstock. That is a deboss. So this one here is an emboss where it's raised. This one here is a deboss. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to see if I can get a little, there we go, one of these. Right, let me just get a
I don't know what she's looking for.
right.
I
I didn't know if we'd have stuff, if we did, right? Right, here we go.
Oh, one of them.
One of those, right. And let me get this over here so that I don't make a mess all over. Right. Oh, good job, thank you.
Welcome, welcome.
Right, so when you've been embossing,
Yeah.
right, you can see if I rub the tool over, we get the ink coming onto the embossed section, right? If I rub the tool over, so that is my beautiful embossed, and I'll show you that up close there. How nice is that?
Looks lovely.
If I turn it over and do debossed, right, what happens is it misses the section. So can you see there? So what's doing is it's missing the section, and so your pattern stays the base colour, and your colouring that you add on goes into the bit that's left, right? So that is a deboss. So if I just show you up close the two differences, that is the deboss, that is the embossed.
Positive and negative, really, isn't it?
It's just the difference between the positive and negative. Actually, somebody else said I like the deboss a little bit better there.
Yeah, Johnny did.
Yeah. I'm there for the deboss, and Johnny, I'm there for the
Deboss likes Deboss.
Oh,
Deboss.
I like it. I like it.
Oh dear.
So, right, okay, so that's that. Fabric. We were going to cut some fabric, weren't we? So let me put.
By the way, if you're wondering, because this slides very nicely, it's got slidey feet, which is a new feature, isn't it?
see
Which
the
makes it
slidey
nice and
feet?
easy to move around.
They're epic. Did you hear the story about the slidey feet?
I
guys?
did.
I know Ben will have done.
Can you tell it?
About you. So can you see this? Leanne was actually at a sofa
She
shop.
bought a sofa, didn't she?
And she got a new sofa, and it had these amazing slidey feet that wouldn't catch on the, the fancy wooden floors, so you could push your sofa easily around. She took the feet, she gave them to the Gemini factory, and she says, I want them on my new Gemini too. And so that's why we've got, those are the same sort of feet that you would have on a sofa. So, right, sorry.
Because it's quite, when you get this home, you'll realise it's not heavy, but it's a substantial machine because of obviously all the gearing in it and whatnot. But so when you move it around, it's amazing how easy it is to move around your desk, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's a great feature.
Right, there we go. So we'll put the top plate on there. Oh, do you know what I'm going to add in? The metal cutting plate.
Right, okay.
Right, now this is a really good lesson now, because now we're going to learn when you need to use the metal cutting plate. Now I say you really there's two reasons why you would need to use the metal cutting plate. Firstly, if you are cutting material. So you imagine cutting a nice fabric with a plastic pair of scissors.
Right.
Or a blunt pair of scissors. Or one side is metal for your scissors and the other side's plastic. That's essentially what you're doing here. You've got the metal of the die going into the plastic of this, right? And you would get frayed edges, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Right? So if you put the metal shim in, it's like having both pieces of your scissors are metal, so it gives you a nice, clean cut. By contrast, the other time you would use it is if you need extra pressure. So then you're adding it in just as a shim. So by adding that extra thin layer of metal, it's putting extra pressure in the machine, which is going to force through whatever it is that needs to cut.
Okay.
So you're either using it as a shim, or you're using it as to cut the metal into metal. And again, you can see this is a very well used, very well loved metal shim. Now we do have special for people who do a lot of metal shim work. Oh. You know what that is, don't you? No, he doesn't. I know what it is.
It's because you've got too many pieces of material.
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Oh, you've left your doodah in.
Because I made the mistake of explaining to people why the metal shim was there.
Yeah.
So magnetic shim, sorry. Whereas you don't have the magnetic shim when we're cutting, when we're using a thick metal die. So I bet there was who was shouting at the screen? Who was shouting at the screen? Because I can tell you, producer Johnny and director Jamie, they were not shouting at the screen.
They were not shouting at the screen.
They were too busy, engrossed in my demonstration.
They were.
Yeah. So, but do you know what? It demonstrated a really good point on the machine, though.
Yeah.
You try and put too much through, and it stops it and sends it back.
That's why she did it.
Yeah, that's exactly why I did it. I was chatting to Gemini John earlier. Gemini John, by the way, if you've ever got a problem with your Gemini over here on this side of the pond, we just get your Gemini picked up and brought in, and Gemini John fixes them all. So, to be honest, he doesn't have an awful lot to do.
Isn't it funny that we found a guy called Gemini, and he's good at fixing the Geminis? You couldn't write that, could you?
Gemini John. Gemini John.
Gemini John.
Right. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Wow.
5, 6, 7, 8 layers.
Wow.
Like a hot knife through butter.
All beautifully
not
cut.
a problem at
no
all.
No fraying.
And that was all. And that was because, and you can see how they're not frayed in the slightest. And that's because we use this in the metal shim. If we hadn't used the metal shim, I'd be pulling little bits out of there by now as well, actually.
Gales just says, I was in the first group that bought the Gemini 2, and I have never, in block capitals, had a minute's problem with it. I don't worry about the price. It will outlast and outperform every other machine, says Gail, and it is worth every cent.
And do you know what? That's one of you guys saying that.
Yes.
That's not us. Obviously, we would think that. We invented it. It's our product. But when you're hearing other testimonials like that from other people, it just goes to show just what an awesome product it is.
Yeah. Sandra says, my 48th wedding anniversary this year. Congratulations. Because I keep looking at the licence, but it hasn't run out yet. Are you hoping it is going to run out, or I don't know. But as you've seen, brilliant machine so far. So what have we got felt, did you say?
I haven't got any felt. I had fabric, I haven't got any felt. But it's exactly the same technique as what you saw me do with the mount board. You've seen me use regular thin metal dies. You've seen me use thicker dies. We've seen some embossing on there. We've cut into different materials. That's a really good grounding and basis of everything you kind of need to know, I think, about the Gemini.
And just also, something which we haven't chatted about too much, I don't think, is the fact that you can use other plates in there as well, right? Different size plates.
Yes. Oh, it's because I don't know where my Gemini
Junior
plates
are. You know what?
are.
I just looked under there and I was like, oh, we can show the Gemini Junior plates in just a second.
So.
Let me just see if they're over here. I believe they might be over this side of the studio.
Apparently, Leanne was crafting the other day and she left them over there.
Aha! They are here.
He's got them. Right.
Was it? I don't even remember.
Right, so there we go. So exactly the same plates, guys. We just don't have a full set here because we haven't got the rubber embossing mat, we haven't got the metal one, but you don't use them ones very often. These are the ones that we're using all the time. So it's exactly the same. And the beautiful thing about this is, if I put these in, right, you can see with your Gemini, if we offer this in, it's going to cut in exactly the same way. They're going to offer exactly through, even though we aren't engaging the whole of the centre along the front there. That's the big difference between the Gemini now and the old Gemini. We wouldn't used to be.
And you can even put the Go plates through, can't you?
Yeah,
as well?
little tiny mini ones,
Yeah.
any size plates.
So it's such a brilliant machine. What is the order, says Elena? Put your glasses on, Ben.
Right.
So
the
cut
most
paper
important
for
thing,
the plates.
Right. So you must always have the white plates.
Yep.
These are the ones that always touch the roller, so they always need to be at the top and bottom, right? You always have to have your die cutting into either one of those or the metal. Don't have it cutting into anything else. The rest doesn't matter. So as long as you have, so if you notice, what I always do is put the plate and I put my material and the die, right? So that's, I put them in that kind of order like that, right? From there, it really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether you go this one, then that one then this one, as long as it's this one that's then on the top. So that's all that matters. The two white plates cut at the top and bottom, and your die goes through whatever material into one of the white plates.
And just, I know you sort of half touched on this, but one of the things I see quite a lot is people will go, especially with a new one, they'll go, oh, I've used my plates for the first time and the plates are getting marked, or after a while, people will see the plates will be getting a little bit bowed. That is normal, isn't it?
Completely normal. So it's a little bit like when you've got a new car, your tyres look lovely on the first day, and by the time you've had them out in the snow and everything like that, they're starting to wear at different places. The best way to get the best use out of your plates is every time you use them, flip them over and rotate them. If you flip them over and rotate them, they will wear equally on both different sides and at the tops and the bottoms. Now, I'm not disciplined enough to do that. What I've also known other people do is that you can re-flatten them, or you can take out some of the imperfections. So this is just a type of plastic. So if you remelt the plastic and don't take like an iron or anything like that to it. What people do is put it in a big tub of boiling water. So if you put it in a bacon tray, for example, put your plates in, pour boiling water onto it, and then put something heavy on the top, like a brick or something like that. And then what happens is, as the water cools, they will smooth out and flatten out a little bit. So I have known people do a lot of like flattening their plates out. To be honest, I find they still work just as well when you've got that.
And you obviously know when they stop working because they'll stop cutting as well. But I mean, take for, you remember before Christmas, Sheila brought her folder in for the Mini, and it's like a banana. It's honestly, it's like a banana, but it still works.
Yeah.
So you'll know when you need to get new ones because they won't be as effective at cutting. But it lasts for ages.
When people buy new plates, it's not because the old ones don't work anymore. It's just because they are getting a little bit more inconvenient, let's just say.
Fire any more questions in that you've got about the Gemini 2. I think we're going to have a look at the Junior in just a few moments' time. Just before that as well, though, we're going to show you some other deals. We are concentrating, of course, on the fact that it is New Year. So let's have a look. We're setting you up for your new crafty year. And this is applicable, I think, to everybody who is already crafting, you know, because we're setting you up with things that you need, that you don't want to run out of. But also for people who are perhaps, you know, new to crafting, looking to get started. We've got various kits and various bundles available for you that are going to help you to get the very best out of your crafting experience. So on screen now, and I can show you this here in the studio, this is the New Year tool collection, just giving you lots of different goodies which will be useful for you. So again, if you are perhaps new to crafting and maybe you haven't got a craft space, maybe you haven't got a craft room, and you're going to be crafting in the living room or in the dining room, on the dining room table, it's good to have a mat. And I know we do the glass mats, but this is a lovely one to go with, our 9x12 self-healing cutting mat. So it's got all of your measurements on there. Up to 9x12, you've got your angles for cutting, and of course using this in conjunction with your craft knife, it's brilliant. The mat self-heals, so whether you're using your knife, whether you're using your rotary cutter, it's a great little mat to do your crafting on. Whether you are imperial or whether you are metric, you've got the measurements on both sides of that, and as I say, a great mat to have to start off with. But also, again, for those of you perhaps who do a bit more crafting, this is a nice size to maybe take with you as a portable craft mat. Take to the caravan, take on holiday, whatever it might be. We've also popped in there your edge crimper. We had this on the shows yesterday. This is great for giving your papers and your cardstock a sort of distressed effect. If you go onto the website, you'll see this is part of the scrapbooking section, because, you know, if you want to be able to create those more sort of vintagey, old style effects to your papers, really cool. And I always think it's a little bit safer doing this with, some people use scissors to create that effect, or like, you know, a knife. I think this is nice and safe because it's got the little sharp edges contained within the tool itself for you to be able to just you know, distress the edges of your paper and your cardstock. You've then got your Gemini die brush and foam pad. So this one, brilliant as well. Now, like that intricate die that we saw with Sara just a few moments ago, sometimes you'll find that the dies themselves, and indeed the die cuts, all the bits and pieces won't necessarily always fall out. And whilst you can use a pokey tool, and I quite enjoy using a pokey tool, I enjoy the experience of just putting all the little bits and pieces out. This gets lots of bits and pieces out in one go. So it's really handy for doing that. Once you put it down on the sponge as well, you can really kind of weed out all of those bits and pieces that you don't need. So it's a very, very handy tool to have alongside your pokey tool, of course, as well. Just to say as well, long way down the road, eventually over time, those bristles, like a toothbrush, will sort of begin to bend and fray a little bit. You can buy replacement heads for the brush, so that's included in there as well, in packs of 3. And then we've also got your bone folding tools as well. These are just incredible as well. Great for allowing you to fold and score your cardstock beautifully, to burnish and do all of that with ease. So you've got your larger bone folding tool here, then you've got the curved one there as well. I think it's horses for courses with these, really. Debbie always says she prefers the large one. You'll see other of our experts kind of using the smaller curved one as well, but absolutely brilliant, as I say, for burnishing your cardstock. and also for using with your scoreboards as well. That is the New Year tool set. So £32 or $48 if you are a Platinum member. Thank you, Shirley. She just says the G2 is the best machine on the market. And again, we would say that, but you're saying that. You know, this is really important that you're reading these comments, especially if you're new. Obviously, listen to us. But then if you're like, oh yeah, well they would say that. Well, Shirley didn't have to say that, did she? You know, so this is the thing. Read the testimonials coming through. Kirsty's D's just said my junior plates are used more than the G2 plates, but I keep forgetting that I don't have to turn them sideways to put them through the G2. Old habits die hard, because that's what you used to have to do, Sarah, wasn't it? With the original Gemini, you had to flip them, didn't you, or turn them? So
in our original Gemini, you see, your sensor has to run the full length of the Gemini. So if you've got a 9-inch wide opening, you need to engage a whole 9-inch width. Whereas with this one, it doesn't matter, because it's an optical sensor, so it's a completely different way of working. Right, are we all right for my deal now, Ben?
Yeah, go for it.
Right, now this one is only available in the US, guys. However, can you remember, I suppose our Gemini is only available in the US at the moment. You know when I showed you this creator card die, and it cuts into the pattern like this, right? Now, the reason this is, so these are unique dies because they'll cut into the pattern and stay connected around the outside. Now we have a set of 3 creator card dies for you at almost half price. It is half price if you're a Platinum member. So this is your creator card die. So they were $19.95 each, well they are $19.95 each originally, but if you get the set of 3, you can see the die there. Now if you use the die on its own, it's going to give you this sort of pattern. Or if you cut it into the front of your card, obviously the card will stay connected, so you've got that kind of fold at the edge, but the detail cuts in there. So that's the actual pattern itself, but that's the detail when it's cut in. Now, it's a pack of 3. So you've got that one, you've also got this lovely like diamond shape one as well, where it's leaving you that diamond aperture, which means that if you have like a nice topper or something on your card, that will go into the center here. So either you can create your own background in there, or you can use it to create a whole front of a card and then cut in the detail on the front of the card like this. Now, bear in mind, it is 3 for the price of 1.5, as it was. So the last one here is this really nice, like, it's like quite art deco, this one, isn't it?
Yeah, it is quite art
So
deco.
again, that's the details of your die. It's an archway that it leaves, but really, so very, very fine cuts on these ones here. And you really see the benefit. I mean, look at that. That is just spectacular. And that is even no acetate or anything behind. It leaves you that lovely detail there. But then when we've cut that's going to give you that lovely stained glass archway type feel to it. And I just think they are fabulous. So basically, all 3 for the, well, it's pretty much half price if you're a Platinum member.
Yeah, really cool deal. Just to go back to the G2 very quickly, and this is fine, like never feel worried about asking a question thinking, oh, they've probably covered that already. We're always happy to recap because we're very aware that, you know, we have a lot of people who will stay and watch with us for the 2 hours. We know we have a lot of people who dip in and dip out. Carol's just saying, Sarah, did you say that you can cut through felt or material with standard dies, or do they have to be the thicker ones?
No, so your felt and your material, bear in mind, I'll go again, so the die might be this thick, and the felt might be this thick, right? I'll put that a little bit lower down. So this is the die, this is the felt. The great thing is when it goes through the machine, it squashes the felt down so that it's still thick enough to go through the die. So only things like mount board and that can't be squashed down. So you can cut 1 layer of felt, or I find you can cut 2, at a push, 3 layers of like 100% cotton fabric with a regular thin metal die. Whereas if you're using a thicker metal die, you can do up to 8 layers of fabric or 3 layers of felt at once. But if you only want to cut through 1 layer, you're absolutely fine to use a normal thin metal die.
Thank you to Jennifer. She says, I agree. I have 8, yes, 8 Geminis of different sizes.
Heck, that's brilliant.
8. Have we done 8?
That's somebody who's been buying the special limited edition ones when we've done them.
Jennifer, let us know which ones you've got. Even, actually, better than that, send us a picture. I'd love to see all 8 of those lined up alongside each other. studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk is our email address. Or if you can't be bothered, that's fine. You could just tell us. But we'd love to see a picture, bottom of the screen. They all work beautifully, says Sarah. No, Johnny's laughing at me. Sometimes I feel like, oh, do this, send this photo in. You might just be like, Ben, I can't be bothered. I'm just trying to sit back and relax. And you're just telling me to do all this stuff. So if you want to, we'd love it. If you can't be bothered, then don't. Although Johnny's just gone, send it. Love the creator card die, says Mary Pat. And hi to Jean Marie, says hello to Ben and Sarah and friends. I was so engrossed in Sarah's informative presentation that I almost forgot to chat. I just want to show you this deal. So this is a UK only deal. I think a lot of people, New Year, think about getting organised. A lot of people think about storage, you know, and getting their craft room just so. What a deal on our ink pad storage trays. This is a 6-pack. What I've done is I've just stacked these for you here to show you that you can grab this, the 6, and in each one, you've got the opportunity to be able to store 3 ink pads. So actually, essentially what you're doing here is stacking up 18 different ink pads. What's really nice about this as well, I mean, you know how to stack these in, obviously. What's really nice about this is that if I just tip this over, obviously they're going to fit all of our different ink pads. So whether you're, you know, popping in your quick dries, your water reactives, any of them, ours will go in there. But you'll also see you've got this little lip at the back just there. So if you've got any different brands, you know, the square ink pads that you can get, that's been developed so that those will fit in there nice and easily for you as well. You can stack them in many different ways, of course, too. So if you want to stack them upwards, you can. You can give them like the stadium stack as well. You can have them side by side. And of course, you get 6 within this pack for a great price today, may I just say. £8 if you're platinum. Stock up, and of course, you can have as many as you want. You can build these as high as you want. You can have them stacked alongside each other. It's just a great way, again, to get organised. And if that is one of your New Year's resolutions, we chatted a lot about that, didn't we, earlier in the week. You know, if you want to get organised, if you want to make sure you've got everything to hand where you need it, the storage trays are a really good way to be able to do that. And that is a brilliant price today. £8 for our UK friends. Next up, Sara has got a collection of paint markers for the US.
These are, honestly, I use, of all the markers that we have, I use our metallic paint markers more than any of the others. And this is an amazing set of all the different colours. So can you see I'm using here the champagne one on here, and I'm just going over that lovely birthday wishes that we've got on there. But can you see I was just putting a lump down here so that you can kind of see the champagne finish on there. Now the beauty of the metallic paint markers is they will go onto all different surfaces, Ben. So you can take these, a lot of people do rock painting with them. You know, you see people doing funny things like decorating their trainers and things like that. You can paint all sorts because it is just a metallic acrylic paint is what it is. Now we do them in different sizes of nibs. So this is the champagne colour that I'm using here.
Yep.
And can you see we have a very, very fine nib. We have the bullet nib that I've just been using, and we also have a chisel nib. So chisel nib is where you do like a lot of big area. Your tiny nib is a 0.7 mil, so you could do a lot of detail on there. And then we've got the mid-size one as well, which is the one that I've just been using. Now we do them in all different colours. So that was our pack of 3 of your champagne finish one. But we have the champagne, we have the blush as well. We have the rose gold on here, and we also have the autumn bronze finish. And what you are getting is you are getting all 4 sets at a saving here as well. So I'm going to, let's have a little look. Should we get one of the
why not?
the blush ones out there as well? I do love the blush, right? Let's see if I can find one that hasn't been primed yet. No, this has been used. Now, but it hasn't been used for a while. Now, you'll know the first time you use them, you'll take them out because the nib will not be the colour of the paint. The nib will just be white. Now, when you come to use it for the first time, or the first time in a while, you're going to give it a bit of a shake it to wake it, right? And then you can see it's a pump action.
Yeah.
So I take this and I go down, so you can see that ink's cut, because it's not brand new, this one. This is a used one, but it's just getting going. That ink is flowing through, but you can see there, just it's starting to come together. You can see how nice and wet it is there. Oh, don't you go doing that. That's it. Oh, it looks like a balloon now, doesn't it? So that's how you would get them working the first time. If I just show you, that's my chisel one, right? Yep. So my chisel one does the broader base on there as well, right? So I'm going to use my broader base on the chisel one. Or if I'm using the very, very fine one, you can see there it is, yeah. So you've got that lovely fine detail that we can go through if you want to do little tiny fine pieces, or you've got the broad or the chisel is for covering wider areas. And you get that in all 3 colourways. In the blush, you're going to get it in the autumn bronze, in the, let me put them in front of you. There we go. So there's the champagne and then also the rose gold in there.
or 3 questions, in fact, if I can. Bonnie has said, Sarah, I noticed there was felt for sale on the website. What are some good ideas for using felt?
Do I have some good ideas for using felt?
She just says, what are some good ideas for felt?
Absolutely, yes. Do you know, and if you have a little look back on my Instagram, on my Facebook, on my TikTok, you'll see all different types of projects that I've done. But a couple that spring to mind from last year, I love doing like felt flowers. So there was a lovely, for example, a lovely lavender that I did where I just folded over a piece of lilac felt, cut it with, you know, we have them scissors that cut 5 times at once.
Yes.
So just cut a load of little pieces down the scissors, wrap it round a straw or a piece of wire, and it made it into like a lovely felt lilac. I've done quite a few different felt flowers. I did some lovely felt poinsettias on my Christmas crafting show. So just by hand, cut out all different, you know, leaf shapes and petal shapes, and then use the hot glue gun to glue them together as a lovely poinsettia. So if you like doing a lot of flowers, if you're someone who does a lot of soft craft, then a lot of people use a lot of the felt, you know, for doing patches and applique, that's the word I'm looking for. I was going to say origami, not origami. Applique, yeah.
Just to go back to Johnny. I had an origami business once, you know.
Did you?
Yeah, sadly it folded. Just back, you know the Art Deco die that you had in the creator cards?
Yes.
Jean Marie says, can we use illusion film behind the Art Deco die, or is there too much open space to grab the film?
No, absolutely not. Let me show you them again. No, illusion film I think would look absolutely amazing because you could get that illusion film behind there, and I think that's a brilliant idea actually.
That would work.
So
then.
I know you're on the overhead there. I was showing you to the close-up a little bit more, but let's have a little look. He's going to come in for the close-up, and he's close-up now. There you go. That's going to come down behind there, no problem at all. Yeah,
Love
brilliant
that.
idea.
And another question, which, well, it's a longer question, but this is fine. So Kathy says, she wants to know the difference between letterpressing, foiling and die cutting.
Okay, well, do you want us to get the letterpress out and have a look at that in more detail?
Should we show that in a minute, maybe?
Yeah, I'll do that. Give us a bit of time, but I'll get the letterpress out and I can show you the letterpress and then talk to you about the difference between that and die cutting and foiling.
Brilliant. And Jennifer, the lady who had the 8 machines, she's got the original Gemini, the lavender.
Oh, nice.
2 juniors.
Yeah, well, why not? It's most useful.
Pro.
Absolutely.
The big one.
Woman after my own heart.
The Gemini 2.
Yes.
And then the MIDI and the Mini. She says, I'm on a field trip right now, but I will send a pic in later on.
Love it.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Would love to see that.
And the crafty Texan has just said, I'm envious now of Sarah's lovely handwriting. Got lovely handwriting, apparently.
Oh, that wasn't me writing. I was going over where I'd done the die cutting bits, guys. I have not got great handwriting. I cannot take that credit where it's not due.
While Sarah gets the letterpress goodies out, let me show you another deal I've got over here. This is for UK and US friends. £14.86 or $20.52 for this next deal. Is that started again now? Oh, why do I get... I've missed... Sorry.
You can ask us it. You can ask us the question live.
Johnny's son has asked Leo whether or not Sarah is on this year's Masked Singer. Lady what? Lady Monkey.
It's a boss lady monkey.
Right.
Davina McCall actually guessed it was me.
Right. Not.
I actually had somebody think I was the knitting one as well.
Ah.
Yeah, no.
Is that potentially something you would do?
No, I don't. Have you heard? Producer Johnny just rightly said in our ears, have you heard us sing?
Yeah, but the whole point of that show is like there's been so many people on that show who can't sing. Like,
yeah, but I definitely can't.
Yeah, I think you can. I
can't.
I don't think you give yourself enough credit.
Is that right? That's very, very nice of you to say.
I remember when we did our little show back in 2022 and me and you used to go up and down the country in that car and you used to sing your So Glad We Made It. You could sing that.
I'm not going to drop me in. I almost went there.
If you ever see a boss lady monkey singing that song on the Masked Singer, you'll know it's Sarah. Yeah. Yeah, I can't believe that started. I've missed that. And also, Laura was telling me last night, the Traitors have started again.
Oh, yeah, we watched the first one last night, but it's from last Wednesday, so we're a little bit behind.
Got all that to catch up on. Might do that tonight. Tiny treasures, very quickly. Well, I know we had this on yesterday, and we obviously had a UK deal and a US deal. What we've done here is we've done a 5-piece selection, which is components which are available to both the UK and the US. It's this really fun collection where you can make these really super duper cute cards. So, for example, you've got the little sun and the rainbows in there. You've got the hot air balloon. And the great thing again about these, if you've got your smaller machines, you'll find that the dies will go through even your minis and your midis to create some really super cute cards. Oh, I absolutely love this one as well. Who made that? Oh, Rebecca. Absolutely brilliant, like a little bookcase card, that one, isn't it? With all of those different elements built up. So this is a selection of the goodies from the collection. So you do get the rainbow in there. So you've got those multiple dies there, which you can cut obviously in different colours to create your own little crafty rainbow. If you were watching the shows yesterday, you will remember that Leanne was making a scrapbook page. These were the elements that she used on her scrapbook page for her granddaughters. Stamped these out, cut them out and coloured them in absolutely beautifully. So you've got your shooting star, you've got your cute little star there, and then the moon, and then these stamps as well with the little different constellations on. Then the hot air balloon, again, lots of different elements there that you can use to kind of build that up. Great for busting scraps. If that again is one of your New Year's resolutions to get rid of old pieces of cardstock that you've had laying around for a while, this is a great collection to be able to do that. You've also got your pennant. So again, the baby and the love there have been die cut or sized, I should say, perfectly for you to be able to use them in conjunction with those dies, so you can create your own little pennant. But again, if you've got other stamps or dies with letters and numbers on, again, multi-cut these, create little bunting, if you like, for a celebration, you could do that. And then you've also got your small numbers, again, really handy to have. Those are all in die form, and then you've got your ordinals there as well in stamp form. So a really fun set to go for. £14.86 or $20.52 is the platinum price on that bundle. Chemistry and Biology says, so good to know that I'm not the only person who loves the Gemini. I have 4 myself. This is a good topic of conversation. How many have you got, and which ones have you got? So Chemistry and Biology says, I have 4 myself, the Pro, Junior, MIDI and G2. She says, I tried to get the Rose Gold original, but it's sold out before I could purchase it. And Joanne Madigan says, OMG, organising my crafts whilst watching the show, I found 2 small binders full of toppers that I've done. Enough for tons of cards. It pays to organise. We were chatting about that the other day. What has been like your crafty find? If you've been reorganising, have you found a collection that you forgot you had, or a paper pad that you forgot that you bought? Or like Joanne, have you found like loads of like toppers or things that you've pre-done that you kind of kept for another day? And you're like, oh, I can't believe I forgot about doing these. Let us know. And I must just say, before we go back to Sara, and this is what we want, newbies, let us welcome in, totally new to paper crafting, Sam Taylor. Hello,
Hi, Sam.
Sam says, I'm totally new. I'm looking forward to my journey. I'm just waiting for my first order to come through, and then I'll be off. Thank you so much for the inspiration, Sara, says Sam Taylor.
Oh, we need the full rundown, Sam. Where are you from? How did you find us? Do you know, we got a new customer the other day, because I know, because it's one of the mums at the school gate.
Yeah.
And she was using our scissors.
Yeah.
So I had a crafty night at home over Christmas, and I had some of the school mums come, and I did some crafts with them. And they were like, oh my God, Sara, where'd you get these scissors from? These are like next level scissors, aren't they? I was like, well, they're our Crafters Companion scissors. So I did the school run early this week, and she was like, I've got them scissors on order. So,
do you know one of my mum's favourite Christmas gifts this year?
Our scissors. Is that right? Do you know what though? You can't go wrong with them. And also, it'll be the gift that keeps on giving. My mum is one of the most hardest to please people that I know. And basically, I've got the 6-inch snips, and she came up to my house like whenever I was back end of last year, and I was using them in the kitchen actually at the time. I was like, these are the best scissors ever. She was like, what are you talking about, best scissors? I said, honestly, hands down, the best scissors you'll ever use. And she was just like, scissors are scissors. I was like, will you ever go with those then? She used them. She was like, I'll have a pair of those for me Christmas present. And that's what I did. There you go. Can't go wrong with a good pair of scissors. Nice. And we have the little mini ones. So these are our little mini snips. And then we have there's the 6-inch ones that Ben was talking about. Yeah. And then you got the big bad boys. Scour the web. I can't 100% guarantee it's still there, but I think it will be. We had a bundle yesterday when you bought those 3, and you got the fringe scissors for free. No. The fringe scissors, for anybody who doesn't know, these are the fringe. Let me just show you. So if you want the fringe scissors, look, you cut. Yeah, you're seeing it cuts multiple pieces at the same time. So that's what your fringing scissors are, for those of you who are thinking, what's the fringe scissors all about? So you've got these for free.
You got those
so it's like you buy 3 pairs of scissors and you get 5 pairs for free.
Oh, yes, when you put it like that.
Yeah, it's too good of a deal to miss, Ben, too good of a deal to miss.
Have a look. Hopefully it's still there on the website. I wasn't making my own deals up. It was an actual deal. Is it still there? Yes, it is a UK only deal, but UK friends, honestly, snap those up. It is a brilliant deal. It was about £29 platinum, if I remember off the top of my head. £29, look at me. Ooh, remembering everything. Right, so let's go on to talk about letterpress. So the original question was from Kathy Starr, the difference between letterpressing, foiling and die cutting, Sarah.
Okay, so let me just talk about the difference between die cutting and letterpressing first of all. So you saw all of that die cutting work that we did, where we actually cut right through and cut a pattern out. So there, for example, is the word for birthday. We cut that out. There was the create a card design that we cut out, right? When we letterpress, the dies are completely different. So here is a Crafter's Companion die. So this has got a raised edge. It's not sharp. You can touch it. It won't ever cut you or whatever.
Yeah.
But that is designed to cut through the paper. A letterpress plate, and we don't call them dies, we call them plates, even though you'll find me calling it dies sometimes by accident, is actually just all about embossing the pattern, right? So what it does is it just gives you the beautiful emboss which leaves the pattern on there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to emboss one without putting any ink on, just so that you can see the difference, okay? So if I just take one of these pieces,
okay,
this is magnetic, so this is going to go beautifully onto there. I'm going to pop the base over top here like this, fold that over, and I'm going to send that through the Gemini. Now, remember, and I think I've put it down here, right. Remember when I did this one, and I did the birthday wishes, but it didn't cut all the way through, yeah? Because it wasn't, that's like what letterpress, that's like the same technique.
Okay.
So now when I lift this up now, can you see it just embosses the pattern into it? So if I just show you on the close-up camera, what it's done is it's just pushed the pattern into the cardstock, but not cut it.
Yeah.
Because it's not thick enough to cut it through. So you're still on the back there, you can kind of see it a little bit, but it just debosses the pattern into the top. That is letterpressing, okay? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you. So letterpressing is designed to use, let me just stick this down here. Letterpressing is designed to use with inks, and I've got special letterpressing inks on here, all right? So when I pop this down here, and we use the letterpress ink, what it's going to do is it's going to deboss, like you saw me doing, but it's going to deboss and also push the ink into the debossed section.
right.
So in different way to how you would ink up a stamp, normally with a stamp you tap, tap, tap. This, we rub, rub, rub. So I'm rubbing all the way around like this, right? Then when we've got that base, I just take this over, send this through, and what that does is it'll do the deboss, and once it's done the deboss, it pushes the ink into the debossed section, right? So that's the difference between die cutting and letterpressing. Oh, stop it, look how good that looks, right? That has done that beautiful debossing that you just saw. That was the deboss that we had here, but the difference is it will take the ink. So it debosses with the ink and gives that beautiful finish. That lovely wedding that I was at weekend before last, all of the invites were this sort of they've been done by a really, really special stationer in London. But it's all this sort of effect. They probably cost an awful lot of money, 10 times more than this letterpress would have cost. You could have done them yourself, right? Not that I was going to say that to the bride. But that's letterpressing. Now, foiling is exactly the same as letterpressing, right? But the difference is the base plate, whereas this plate is just magnetic to hold the what do we call it? A plate, isn't it?
Press plate, yeah.
Letterpress plate, or as I always say, the die, right? With your foiling machine, this base plate heats up. So we have a stand, and this goes into the stand, and it heats up. And then the foil, so whereas we've put the ink onto there, so it debosses with the ink in, it debosses with the hot foil, and the heat from the plate melts the surface of the foil into the depressed part of the embossing.
Yeah.
So die cutting is cutting out, which is this that you saw, right? Letterpressing and foiling is not cutting, it just debosses the pattern in, and then letterpressing debosses the pattern in with ink. foiling debosses the pattern in with a foil instead.
There we go. Thank you, Check Carol. It says, I absolutely love these shows with all the teaching and questions. Doing things as we ask. Priceless is right. Spread the word, Carol, because I honestly believe there's nothing quite like us out there. I always say this, and I know I blow our own trumpet, but I think we deserve to do it. Yes, there are other channels out there where you can shop for other crafty goodies, but there's no other channel like us where you'll go, oh, Sarah, I don't know about this, that, and the other. All right, we'll answer that. Oh, Sarah, can you just show us this? Yeah, we'll show you that. We're very happy, and as you guys know, we're happy to adapt the shows to whatever you want to see. If you've got a question, we'll answer it, if we can. If we can't, we'll find out the answer. If you want to see us doing something, if you want us to try something out, we'll do it for you. If we can do it, if we can't do it, we'll get the bits and pieces in to do it. If we're not quite sure, we'll try stuff out for you. You know, that's like that new show we were talking about, Innovation Station. We'll try stuff out. That's what we're here for. So if you've got any friends who don't know about us, you know, if you are sort of fairly new and, you know, you want to kind of get into this crazy world of craft, this is the channel to watch because you can get all of the products. We've got a plethora of different shows, depending on what your, you know, your crafty sort of area is. We've got all sorts of different shows. We've got all the interactivity. We've got so many shows that you can go back and watch on YouTube. Just to subscribe to the Crafters Companion channel on YouTube, and you'll see shows since day dot on everything. And I say it when they're here, and I truly mean this from the bottom of my heart, we have got the best experts in the business across a broad range of different styles of crafting as well. So spread the word. Make 2026 the year that you get your friends and family into Crafters TV. And if you're new like Sam, stick with us because you will be amazed at the shows that we do over the course of this year. I've just organised my hundreds of CC Spectra Noir pens, says Tara, into the trays. And I have a huge rainbow tower and I love it. She says, I've done the same with my ink pads. It's brilliant. It's nice to get organised like that, Sarah, isn't it? And have everything neat and tidy. But it's just there then when you need it. You know where everything is.
Must be the time of year. You know, just you feel like you want to get organised. I saw it in my knicker drawer out the other night and I'm like, yeah, let's get organised, you see. So, yes. Sorry, I digressed and I started talking about knickers when actually I was meaning to talk about letterpress stuff. Yeah.
Just before that, if you want the scissor deal.
Oh!
There it is. Now, this shows you how popular it is. It was in the US yesterday. It's sold out. It's still available in the UK. So you can still get all of the scissors individually in the US, but the UK, snap this deal up, honestly, $29.58. Deborah, she says, I've given the scissors to my kids and besties. Start the scissor chat. Everybody tells you how great the scissors are, and you're getting the 4.5-inch snips, the 6-inch and the 9-inch within the bundle, and then we give you, as Sarah was demonstrating, the fringe scissors for absolutely nothing. I've got to tell you, that is the first time, as far as I'm aware, that we've ever given those scissors away for free, and that's bonkers, Sarah. They're the newest scissors, aren't they, the fringe ones?
They are indeed, and you can see, basically, I'm cutting, so you want to give that fringe effect.
Yeah.
It cuts it's 5 pair of scissors, all connected to one handle.
Yes.
So it's absolutely brilliant, and they are not the same level of scissors as what our other scissors are. You don't need that level of scissorage. You don't need to be spending that money on that level of scissorage if you're just doing fringing like this.
Yeah.
But I just think how fabulous to be able to do that sort of effect and get that fringing. There's been so many times when I've wanted to reach for these scissors and haven't had them handy at home because they've been in the office or whatever. They are a brilliant, brilliant, really useful pair of scissors.
And just also to say, and this again shows why it's such a great channel, Kathy, who asked the question about die cutting and letter pressing and foil pressing, just says a big thank you to you, Sarah, for letting her know all about that. That's what we're here for, isn't it?
That is exactly what we're here for.
Karen says, hi to Sarah and Ben and all. A bit late to the party. Happy New Year. I'm looking forward to meeting you all again in May at Craftaganza.
We can't wait. Do you know, let us know in the comments if you're somebody who's coming. There are still tickets left, but not many of the tickets left. So if you know you're wanting to come, it'll be the last minute kind of rush as we get to it. But I'm just telling you now, it's right, get over here, Ben. I'm going to still do some more letter pressing.
I'll have a look with you.
Right, okay, so I found that we've got loads of letterpress items on the website. So if you are really into the letterpress, as I am, get yourself, go and get some letterpressing. Oh, you brought the junior as well. We can do the junior next if you want.
We'll do that in a minute, yeah?
Yeah, totally. Right, we can get on to the junior as well as we've got the, as well as we've had the Gemini. Right, let me get this.
I've got so much stuff, sorry. I'm just going to charge my tablet off the back of the G.
Off the back of the Gemini. Right, let's have a look at this. So, let's have a little look. So this is the fancy alphabet.
Fancy, yeah.
But let's have a little look. So they're not all being put back in place. Can we spot Ben?
No.
Well, I know how you spell it. I
There's
just
the E.
couldn't. There's the E,
Where's
but
the
I
B?
can't see the B.
Oh, dear.
There it is.
Oh. Where's the N?
B, E.
E.
There's an M. There it is. N.
Button.
B-E-N. Button.
Button.
They'll all be there because there's a whole set. Right. So let's have a little look. Well, you don't go
No.
because if you do, it'll
come
be
up
back to
at the
front.
front.
All right.
Just a quick one on the fringing scissors from Carol. Can you cut through felt and material with those?
The fringing scissors, yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
So let's have a little look. I kind of get my head around it, Ben.
What?
My head's frazzled.
It needs to be...
It's got to be back this way, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Right, so
And then-
B, E, like that.
Yeah. And then...
Yeah, and then N.
Get a mirror if you ever get confused.
And then you can see it, right.
It's like a mirror image, isn't it?
So is this going to be the right way around?
Yeah.
Should we find out? Right.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, because I'm just thinking if you flip that up now, so if you look at that through the other way...
yeah, I think you're all right. I think we're
Yeah,
good.
that is right. It's just
think
if
we're
the
good.
end's the right way around. Yeah, it is.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh,
We'll soon find out, won't we?
We'll soon find out, guys. We're live on TV. We can, we'll just see how it goes.
Do
Right.
shout, do comment there if you think we've got it wrong.
So, maybe they've told us before we go and send it through the... Look, it's only a piece of cardstock.
I think we're right.
Right? This is the great thing to remember. It's only a piece of cardstock.
Exactly right.
Let's have a little look. Oh, I've knocked it now. Let's have a little look. Where's me? Let's put these in place. B, E, N. Lovely.
That's why I know Brent was doing some crafting yesterday as well, but I'm not afraid to craft anymore or colour because I just think I'm going to have a go. I enjoy doing it. I enjoy crafting. I enjoy colouring.
What does it matter?
And exactly. If it turns out great, fantastic. If it doesn't turn out brilliant, then
What does it matter? You just have
matter,
another go at something else.
Exactly right.
Absolutely.
Have a go this year.
Yes, we did it right. But look how good that looks. And the thing is, so this is, just as we talked about the foiling.
Oh, where are your pens from earlier? Oh, the gold pens, that would look great coloured in, wouldn't it?
Stop it, let's have a little go. Let's get those metallic pens out.
Hey?
They're in here.
Yeah.
Oh, the champagne was nice.
Oh, champagne.
Right, I'm
Ben
going to get
Champagne.
Ben Champagne.
My new stage name.
So, right, let's have a little look. Right, I think.
Oh dear.
Yeah,
More
I
like Ben
think we'll go-
Lambrini, I think.
Right. Oh, look at this. Yeah. Yes. Right. That was a marvellous idea, Benjamin.
Thank
this is
you.
looking amazing.
These pens are on the show as well if you want them.
This is proper fancy. So imagine you could do one for your wedding anniversary.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
What
because
was
you
it
get
again? Crockery.
You get a pot.
Do you know what
yeah.
I'm going to do? You know what I'm going to do? I've just thought of a really good thing. I'm
Go
going
on.
to take Laura to one of those anger rooms or whatever they're called, where you get to smash up crockery.
Oh, that's actually not a bad idea,
Quite
is
a
it
fun
not?
idea, isn't it? What are they called? Take her to Greece to smash the plate. Can you imagine? Laura, can you imagine, Laura, for our anniversary, I'm going to take you to a place where they smash plates. Oh, brilliant, he's taking me to Greece. No, we go to an anger room. Is that what they're called?
No, I think we've just...
Oh, rage room.
Rage room. Oh.
Rage room. I don't need to go to one of those because I'm a very chilled, laid-back kind of guy.
Look at that.
You have to give that a wiggle.
Is absolutely just looking fabulous, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
So simple to do as well.
Yeah.
Right. So that, and you can just do that with, there you go, with your metallic pens, as it was. Let's have a little look. So do you want us to just have a quick look at what other ones that we've got, you see?
Yeah, can do.
So that is the main set that
comes
comes
with it,
in
isn't it?
included with what you've got.
Yep.
But the full alphabet set, that is the
Block capitals,
regular alphabet,
yep,
yeah,
uppercase.
and we do that in an uppercase and a lowercase. There's the lowercases one as well. But the one that we've just been using is your fancy one that's on there, is your statement one, which is, here we go, you can see all the letters there, and you get all of them, including the ampersand. So let's just have a little look. Let's imagine we're doing something nice for you and Mrs. Moseby.
Me and Laura, yeah.
So I need the L for Laura.
But
Can you see
and
the L? Can you see? There it is,
Yep.
L for Laura.
Yep.
Can you see the ampersand? There it is,
Oh, yeah.
down here.
But and L.
Right, so
Going back to your wedding thing though again, so these would be great for wedding invitations or little monograms for table settings and stuff like that, wouldn't they?
Oh, do you know what? I'd monogram the whole wedding.
Yeah.
I'm not being funny, but I would absolutely monogram the whole wedding if I was... I look back now, and the thing is, it's been, crikey, how many did I say? 18 years. 19 years this year since I got married. If only we had all this stuff back when I got married, I mean, my wedding would just be insane. It would just be crafted to the hilt.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it was, but
but even more so now.
But it would be even more so now. Yeah.
Hillary said she did a picture with home using these on the letterpress. She said it did take 4 attempts though. I think it's one of those things, the more you use it, like the easier.
The better you'll get. That's
yeah.
it. Because it's the first time I've picked this up and done the letters back to front in maybe it's about 6 months or whatever.
Yeah.
But look, it did come back to us. I like your idea though of if you were to use the mirror.
Mirror, yeah.
Right, I'm just going to put them a little bit closer together.
I'm obsessed with mine, says Chemistry and Biology. It's so beautiful. Glad I was able to purchase. Alison says I got my letterpress before Christmas and I have already done my first project. She says I won 50 points on Friday Night Live last week for the project. Oh, so we showed your, showed your picture.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Love it.
Pays to send in your projects to us because we show them. Look at that.
Look at that. Doesn't that look fabulous? And I just think if you were doing, say you were renewing your vows for your 20th wedding anniversary.
Is that what I'm supposed to do, is it?
No, but I was just
saying,
if you wanted to do that, you could always...
I bought her an eternity ring on our 10th and took her to Rome.
And you think you're just going to take her to a rage plate smashing place for your 20th?
What, mate?
You've got to be kidding.
But what you supposed? I mean,
you bought her an eternity ring and took her to Rome. Right, then yeah, you better get. You've got till September to work out what you're doing.
Something better than that, though.
Yes, it's got to be. In fact, technically, it's got to be twice as good.
There's no more rings, though, is there? I can't buy her another ring, can I?
I don't think she'd say no.
A bigger diamond and a holiday. Rage room.
Yeah. I'm surprised she hasn't started dropping hints.
I feel like I went big on the 10th now. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
and then now she's got to have the expectation. Yeah. Just put it out there.
We'll see.
Yeah?
Do you reckon Simon will go big next year?
I don't know. He's rubbish.
Is he?
Yeah, he's honestly, he's...
Not very romantic.
No, having said that, look, I got a nice new ring this year.
Yeah,
but that was my 10th wedding anniversary ring that I waited 8 years for.
Your 10th wedding anniversary, you waited 8 years?
Yeah, I got it this year, just after our 18th wedding anniversary, because my friend, whose 10th wedding anniversary it was round and talking about how her husband had got her was getting her a nice ring for her 10th wedding anniversary. And I was like, oh yeah, my husband was getting me one, just never got the ring. I realised he just didn't know what to buy. So then I sent him a link going, was it QVC? Sent him a link going, I want that ring. And he just ordered it.
I feel a bit under pressure now, and I wish I'd never even mentioned that whole thing.
You brought it up.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, yeah, Laura won't be watching, so it's fine. She should be on the school run now, so it's all good. Sheila says, I've done named pictures with a poem for all my friends for Christmas using the letterpress and the family dice set. Great for home decor, isn't it, like that?
Lovely, that. Hey, are we supposed to have the family? Are we supposed to do some 5 and 5s, Johnny?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about this. We've been having such a lovely time, just sort of, answering your questions.
Forget to do our actual show.
There might be a 4 and 4 we've just heard. Do you want to do that one now, then, do you? Or what do you want to do? Do you want to do that now? We could do a 9 and 9, couldn't we? Oh, we haven't got 9. It's just counting how many we've got. Should we do the 4 and 4?
This is what happens when some of them sell out before we get to them.
This is the problem. It's been a busy old show, this, actually. Okay. Well, shall I pass them to Sara? You tell them in my ear, and then Sara's got a minute on it. If you've not seen these before, back up there, when Sara used to come and do a takeover, or like we used to do a Sara cartload, Sara would always do a 5 and 5. It only ever happens on a Sara show.
I like a 5 and 5.
And basically, I'll give her a product, and she has 1 minute to tell you all about that, features, benefits, price, all that kind of stuff, and then we move on to the next one. So we do 5 products in 5 minutes, hence the name, 5 and 5. It's very clever. Sara is the queen at doing this as well. Always does it, hits it right to the second. So.
Let me just get my voice, lubricated.
Keep your voice lubricated. So we've got a clock ready. So when I say move on, you have to move on, obviously. There's no...
Well, I'm supposed to.
Yeah, well, you will.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not my first rodeo.
So you ready? 5 and 5. You're 5 minutes.
Is Jamie ready with his clock?
He is. What are you doing?
He's warming up.
Oh, warming up.
Yeah.
It's warming up.
Yeah.
Right, your first product is...
Hit me, first product is...
glue pen set.
Oh, what a way to start. Right, okay. So these are, it's brilliant glue. So if you are wanting to put in like a small, come on, I've got to get you out of here though. A small amount of glue down, this is the way to do it. So it's 3 different nibs. We have the chisel nib, if you're wanting to like do a wide
40
bit.
seconds left.
If you are wanting to do a fine nib, let me just get a little bit of black card and I'll show you
34
this
seconds
here,
left.
right? And then all you do is I would write Sara, right? And can you see, it is, you can see the glue. So it's actually, it looks white, but it's actually white, but it's got a tinge of blue into it. Now, the longer you leave it, and it's the same with everyone, whether
15.
we do that, whether we're going to use this one here, whether you're going to use the very tiny one like this, right? But as soon as that glue goes clear, and you can see it's almost there, then it's ready for you to adhere whatever it is you want onto it. Problem is, I've run out of time, so we're not adhering. But when that will be ready to adhere now.
When it's blue, it won't do. When it's clear, it will adhere. Embossing tool from birthday.
Oh, boo. Right. I didn't know we had these. I know. Right. Okay. So when you open, oh, this is amazing. Right. So you've got the embossing tool here, and this is going to go into the end of here. Oh, crazy, Ben! I haven't done this bit.
What's that?
Well, it's because it's coming. You need to put it in. Have you put them in?
No.
No. It's, oh, Leanne always has to teach us. Leanne has to do this bit. Right, here we go. Come on. No, but almost. It clicks in. Right, there we go. Right, right. And then you put your paper in. So I can go into the black paper, right? And what you do is you go...
20 seconds.
Ha. Oh, sorry. Oh, man, the pressure.
Under pressure.
You go
ha,
ha.
Ha. Oh, it's probably because it's on the glass mat.
Thank you. Right. Oh, I haven't put my grip mat on.
Oh, your grip mat on. We'll give you a bit longer on this one.
Yeah, right. Well, you'd stick your grip mat on and then you wouldn't do that. Now you know why you want the grip, right?
But you go, ha.
But then you go, ha, 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 ha.
Embossing my card. Embossing my card.
Right.
Ha, ha, ha.
But with your grip mat on, you don't worry about knocking it, right? And then, oh, you get this amazing handmade with, look, can you see it? I've chosen the worst possible colour card. There you go, you can see. So you want to emboss the backs of your card to say that they're all handmade. That is the way to do it. And you see that just lifts out like that.
Well, I'll tell you what, we'll give you a minute and a half on this next item. And it starts now. Oh. Is that right, Johnny?
Right.
Our family.
Okay, so these are probably our biggest selling, they are our biggest selling dies of last year,
left.
right? So what you get is, you get all of these dies. Right, the US have just taken their new delivery. UK, I'm sorry, we're still waiting for our next delivery to come. So you get the box with all of the individual dies in. These are all of your individual dies, right? So then, if you want to put different people together, we've got all the different people we can put together because we've got all of the different components. So you've got all of your senior adult pieces, you've got the accessories, your female adult, your male adult. We've got an old, a middle, a young, and a baby in the children as well. So there's your adults, there's your children in there as well. And then you get this lovely font that comes in here. And then also the little sentiments like family is where our story begins, our family special memories, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to cut out, oh, there's one of the stamps that's come off there. You're going to cut out all of these individual components, add them together so that you can make, looking from the back of the person, all of these different people, all of these different styles. So like at Christmas, look, you can have little Christmas hats on and make all the family at Christmas in their matching Christmas jammies if you want as well. So that's what you're going to do with all of those individual pieces. How did you manage to count down more on that? That was really clever. All of those different accessories, including all of the animals as well. So
Heat tool, we'll have to do a show that at some point,
That's going to need its own whole show now that they're back in stock, right? And then our heat tool. Now, we only have these in stock in the US, guys. I'm really sorry. We are waiting. Look, this is what's going to happen now. We're going to sometimes have stock in the UK, sometimes have stock in the US, right? But it's a little bit like a hairdryer, right? But it's hotter and less powerful. So it's less blowy, but more heat, which means this is perfect if you are doing things like, yes, setting your embossing powders, but then I also use it. So I'll tell you what I did a lot of crafting over Christmas with. Yeah. You know the technique where you melt the surface of your candle and you melt the tissue paper into it? Oh, yes. I did lots of that. It just doesn't work properly with a hairdryer because the hairdryer is not hot enough, and also it's just far too blowy, whereas this gets loads hotter, less blow, so it's just the heat, whether you work with shrink plastic, make, whether you're working with all of your different embossing powders or you just want direct heat in an area,
2,
this will give
1.
you it.
Yes! That's very good. Sara, you could do a vow renewal, says the crafty Texan. Include your boys and letterpress it all up.
I could. My husband, you know, I did a big wedding show for the BBC a couple of years ago.
Oh, yeah.
And all I got asked in all of the press interviews was, oh, will you be renewing your vows? And I was like, there's no chance my husband will do that whole vow renewal.
What?
He's like, we've done that expensive day once, you don't need to do it again.
What does that involve? Does that involve booking the church and doing it all again? Is that what it...
Pretty much. It's a ceremony. And then also you do your, you have the ceremony, you have the big party, so yeah, most of the expense. Oh, Johnny's wife's wanting to do it. Oh, Johnny's wife. You're gonna have to
How
agree.
many years are you, Johnny, though? 13.
Can I just show you on this?
Yeah.
This here, so this has now gone tacky. So can you see now it's gone clear?
I need to put some...
Once it's clear, it's ready for you to adhere.
Yeah.
So you could put on some of your foil, you could put some on some of your flocking, you could put on some bits of glitter, whatever you want, anything that you've got. But those pens are really, really clever, and they will stay like that now until you adhere whatever it is you need to adhere.
Just looking to see if we had any gilding...
Or
flakes.
little powders.
Powders, yeah.
Oh, there's some exciting powders coming soon.
We did
isn't
have
there?
yesterday. Oh, yeah, tomorrow. Me and Leanne.
That's why Chiv Meister's in tomorrow then.
Yeah. For my 20th, says Kit Kat, I got a new ring, and our 35th is this August. We just picked out our new rings, and we are going to renew our vows. That's Kit Kat.
Yeah. Take note, Benjamin, take note.
Chemistry and Biology says the Our Family Story, most versatile die set ever. We might have to get that on the show
It is
soon.
absolutely wonderful. We'll get that scheduled in.
Before we go, any final questions, by the way, get them in. Debbie Fisher is back with me at 5. We are going to be looking at the rhinestone applicator. So any questions on that you might have, anything you want to see us try to use it on, feel free to ask and let us know. But the Gemini Junior is in stock for our US friends. We're going to get Sara to talk us all around this. What I will say very quickly about this before we get into it, we've obviously got the original Gemini Junior colour here. When you order yours, it now comes in the raspberry colour, so it matches the rest of the range. So yours will be raspberry.
Of course it does.
Yes.
Johnny's saying we need to get one sent here. No, that would be silly.
That would be silly.
That would be silly, because if it comes here, it won't work.
Ah,
because
yes.
we've only had the US batch made.
Yes,
the
Johnny.
UK aren't due a batch yet. So when the US batch comes in...
Get Gemini John to change the plug.
Gemini John, it's not the plug, it's
the
all
power,
of the
isn't it?
gubbins
Yeah, the
inside.
gubbins.
So,
question then.
go on, hit me.
So we've got the manual machines.
Yes.
We've got the Gemini 2.
Yep.
Where in your mind does this machine still fit in relation to all the others? Who is this for? Who needs this machine? Why is it still applicable?
Brilliant question. Okay, now the great thing about this machine is this. It's portable. You don't ever see me pick our Gemini 2 up or the original Gemini. It's just too heavy. It was never ever made to be portable. The brief on the Gemini Junior was people wanted a portable machine. Now, yes, the compromise that you make for that is you only have a 6-inch wide mouth.
Right.
So you're going to use your Gemini Junior plates, which are only 6 inches wide. Now, yes, that is a big inconvenience. However, I think last we checked, it was 98.7% of the dies that we've ever made fit into the Gemini Junior, right?
Yeah.
So for all, I like the larger size of the Gemini because that you can position, sorry, I've got the hiccups. You can position all of your
Position all of your dies. Do I stick my fingers in your ears again? No.
I wondered when you said, do you want me to stick your fingers? I was thinking, no, I'll just deal with them. Right, I didn't, does that work?
That's what we did.
This is ringing a bell.
Yeah. It does work.
Don't, because I've got my earpiece in.
But you gulped too much last time.
I gulped too much and it was a problem, was it?
Yeah, you felt a bit...
queasy.
Yeah. She's fine now.
I'm not, I've just hiccuped again.
Oh.
Go on then, go on.
Right, just sip it gently though. So I've got, okay, just sip it gently. Where's your ear? Oh, there. I feel like I had to push that one in a bit more and you got your earpiece in. It might have worked.
We'll find out, won't we? We'll find... I think we might have been all right.
It works.
He's right, it's worked.
There you go.
But I was really worried you were going to push me earpiece in.
Yeah.
You know, Simon's dad's hearing aid earpiece got stuck in his ear at Christmas. Yeah.
How do you get it out? Tweezers?
I had to get a pair of tweezers. I didn't want to touch his ear. He's not my dad. You know what I mean? It's just a bit too personal. I had to hold the torch while Simon got in, and it took us a long time, and the kids were really upset and worried and when Charlie said the next day, he said, I thought Grandad John was going to die. I said, oh sweetheart. No, I was just trying to save us having to drive to the hospital.
Yeah. That happened to George, you know George Akid?
Yeah.
He had borrowed one of ours, and he pulled the thing out, and the wire came out, and the thing lodged in his ear.
Inside.
So I think Leanne got a pair of tweezers, didn't she, and pulled it out.
She's so good as our Leanne. She's so good. But the good news is my hiccups have gone. Oh, because you only want to see it come out. We're all out. You're out.
Yes.
You're back in. We're all good. Don't worry ye not. There we go. Right. So, the Gemini Junior. Oh, I can't even remember where I was up to.
You were talking about the
what
fact
percentage of the dies will fit through this?
99.8%, I think
98.7.
Oh, 98.7.
I knew you just made something up there. 98.7.
But the only thing that what stops you is the size of your cardstock, isn't it?
It's exactly that. So as long as your cardstock, so if you mainly work on 6x6 cards or 5x7 or A2 or half US letter, that sort of size, you're absolutely fine. It's the same when you're using like the Gemini MIDI or whatever. So you've got the smaller size. So what you're getting is yes, you're losing a little bit of convenience, but what you are getting is the portability and also the affordability. For some people, the price of the Gemini 2, it's twice the size. It's just out of some people's price range, whereas this one here makes it a lot more accessible to a much, much greater audience, a lot more people. But it works in exactly the same way, and it has exactly the same amount of pressure and power.
Yeah, and that is the thing to stress, because as much as the GT's got all those different features, you always talk about this a lot. There's no more power in the 2 over the Junior or the 2 over the original. You've just obviously got the different features like the sensor, you know, that bigger die cutting ability, all the different things to be able to power it. So yeah, but I think the Junior, particularly as well, if you are fairly new and perhaps you're leaning towards more of getting an electronic machine rather than a manual, like you say, this is the affordable option, isn't it?
This is the affordable option, and like I said, 98.7% of the dies that we've got are going to go through here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the same demonstration.
So you'll be able to see.
So you can see it'll work. So even a really big die that's made to go on a 5x7 card, pop this on here like this. I'm just going to use a little bit of tape. Now, just as we did before, remember what I said, it's the white cutting plates that have to touch the rollers. So you've got the one at the bottom and you've got the one at the top, right? So those are the two that are going to touch the rollers. These bits inside, doesn't matter what order you put these plates in. The reason I always put them this way is because this one is magnetic. It's going to, I don't want it to touch the die and knock it. So I always put them this way so that it doesn't knock the die. Put them together, through we go. Do you know, it's wonderful to get to demonstrate the Gemini Junior because I'm so used to always having to have the big Gemini 2 now.
You used to be on all the time before the 2. A lot of our
we use the Gemini, the Junior all the time.
Yeah.
It's because it's so much quicker, it's easy, it's more convenient. We can lift it around, no problem at all. And you can see there, you've got just exactly the same level of performance on this one that you have on the other one. And then all you do, give that a bit of a knock. Both sides.
I must say thank you. I think it was Jean earlier on who said, by the way, backing you up, Ben, I have seen Leanne do that as well. She does do it. It's not just me that's seen that.
Right, let's have a little look.
Yeah.
So if she does it tomorrow, don't say anything. So that's exciting that Leanne's in tomorrow.
I know.
So tell me what time your shows are tomorrow with Leanne.
I think she's with me all day tomorrow. So I'm just seeing what we've got in the morning. So in the morning we've got the Craft Together. Then we've got the launch. Am I allowed to say what it is? It's the new illusion powders we're launching tomorrow.
I know. I've been looking at them with the team today. You are going to absolutely love them.
And then a masterclass on powders and sprays in the evening.
Oh, what a day tomorrow's going to be.
And that's right up Chiv's alley, that one, isn't it?
Oh, she's going to absolutely be in her element.
Yeah.
She is going to be. Yeah. Obviously, I'm in on Saturday with her because we're doing the Craftaganza live.
Oh, yeah.
But she's going to be absolutely in her element on there.
Seen quite a few people as well actually saying that they're going to be doing the Craftaganza live with you as well. So that's
excellent.
Good.
We are looking forward to seeing you guys. It's just nice to have, and I'm sorry it's been a little bit later than planned. All these shipping delays, it's just been. Honestly, guys, it's just been one thing after another with a nightmare. So we really appreciate you kind of bearing with us as it was. Right, let me have a look there. So there you can see. And do you know what? It took a little bit longer to do that because I didn't do the embossing. Because I didn't have the embossing mat over here because you didn't bring us it. You only brought us a normal plate.
That's all I found over there.
Ah, all right.
Sorry.
All right, it's all right. But you will get a full set of plates. You will get all the embossing plates and that as well. So it does work in exactly the same way. The only difference is, and I'm just going to unplug it, it is so lightweight. I mean, we literally, people always get, I can hear Johnny go, but it just makes such a difference because it's easy to take. So quite a lot of we haven't got one here, but the little carriers that we do, the Gemini Junior will fit into all of those little carriers, absolutely no problem. So if you're going off to a craft class, if you take it to the camper van, the caravan at weekends, I know Leanne has her caravan, and it's the Junior she would take to the caravan because it's easier and more transportable than what the big Gemini machines are. But you're then not having to go through the manual, you've still got the power and pressure of the electronic.
The other thing about the Junior as well, which is worth mentioning, and it's a really good thing, is that if you have the foil press, or if you're thinking about getting the letterpress,
yes,
it will work in the Junior, won't it?
Yep.
So that's a really important thing to stress, I think.
In fact, let's do one.
Should we do one?
It's when people see that you really appreciate, and this is why we love these shows, because we've got the time to do all of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, so we'll do let's do this, and then also add on a little hello friend.
Just whilst you're doing that, Kathy says, great show, thank you so much. I'm learning so much. I love that Sara is so relatable and just a regular person like the rest of us. She is. She says, that's why I love her.
The thing is, most of you guys have known me for the last 20 years.
Yeah.
So, you know, I've never changed one bit. But whereas other people who just get to know me now, they watch one of our Crafters TV shows and they just don't expect us to be normal like this.
What you see is what you get. The Crafty Texan says, my Scottish husband is the same as Simon. He said, no, we already got married. He doesn't want to go through it again.
There you go. my miserable husband won't even... where have I put... Oh, man, I don't know where
we live on the ink.
Yes, my miserable husband, what was I going to say, doesn't even think Valentine's Day counts when you're married.
What?
He thinks as soon as you get married, Valentine's Day doesn't count anymore. What? He says you have a wedding anniversary instead.
Wow.
I know.
So he doesn't get you anything?
No.
Not even a little bunch of flowers?
No. Nothing
Chocolates?
at all. No. Nothing at all.
Wow, dear.
Honestly.
Simon.
I know. Do you know I had to have a word with him the day as well? He doesn't wear his wedding ring. He never has done from when we bought it. He just always says it's really tight, right? And I said, well, that's all right until you get... Have you not got yours on either?
I've got mine on.
Oh, you've got yours. Simon never wears his.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, that's fine, love. But then, like, when we go out in public place and then you get photographed, what's going to happen is there's going to be then scandalous write-ups in the Daily Mail.
Oh, yeah, even more scandal.
Yeah, speculate about the fact that you've not got your wedding ring on.
I have a sports wedding ring as well, so I don't ruin this ring. I have like the little, what are they made out of? Not plastic.
Do you?
Oh, I can't think what the silicone.
Another one?
Yeah, so I wear it when I do my runs or if I do my weightlifting and stuff, so I don't scratch the ring. So I always have a ring on at all times.
You need to have a word with my husband, don't you? So I'm in Closer magazine today, am I?
Talking about the secrets to a successful marriage. That is brilliant. In Closer magazine, there you go.
No way.
Read all about it. My husband does not give me any flowers on Valentine's.
Secrets to a successful marriage.
That is brilliant.
Hilarious. Oh, I've got no words for that now. You've absolutely got me chucked there. I've got no words for that.
Oh.
You'll have to send her the one back of me, apparently, about marriage being a scandal and disinheriting the kids or something.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd say, well, tell the other Sarah, this is what she said.
That is so funny.
Right. Oh, I'll probably say, oh, goodness.
There it is.
What's your secret to a successful marriage? So you've got to be in love, have the lust, and respect. Just having one component isn't enough for a successful long-term marriage. Me and Simon have been together 27 years, and I still idolise the ground he walks on. That's probably what makes
it doesn't sound like it. So that's. Oh, we're going to show you there, or I'll show you there. What is it? Closer? Did you say? There you go.
See?
Enjoying a break with husband Simon.
Oh, I did not know I was in Closer magazine today. There you go. There you go. All the gossip. You guys got it here first. You don't need to go and buy Closer magazine. You can get all my top tips here.
Just to say as well, hello to Helen Jonas, who says, I've just found you guys over the weekend. Where have you been all my life? We've always been here.
We've always been here, every day, every weekday.
Because I know we're running out of time. She says, my daughter wants to start scrapbooking. Our website now, all the hints and tips, and also product that you need. She also says, Helen, do you have any recommendations, Sarah, of a starter kit to put together to begin a journey? So what do you think if she wanted to start off? Is that for you or is that for scrapbooking, I wonder? She says, my daughter wants to start scrapbooking. Yeah, do you have a recommendations of a starter kit to put together to begin a journey? We've got loads of scrapbooking stuff on the website.
Well, you know what
right
you've
now.
had on the website with the scrapbooking details later.
Yeah. I tell you what, we've launched yesterday a Violet Studios scrapbook itself, and that's relatively inexpensive. If you're in the UK, it's like £1.99, so you can get your scrapbook. And then alongside that, we've got, as Johnny just showed, the adhesive collection. The tools will be quite good to go for. But choose some papers off the website, right? Because that's what you need, isn't it? Beautiful papers and
Scrapbook's
cardstock.
all about the lovely papers.
Yeah.
So go and just choose whatever your theme is. So, for example, I do some really nice signature collections where it'll all be around a certain theme, like, you know, vintage lace or like Vegas. So whatever it is you're wanting to scrapbook. So I would choose like a really nice paper pad. That would give you the basis on which to pull your whole scrapbook from. So I always recommend start with the papers first and then pull all the pieces to go with it. But yeah, if you're just getting started, do you know that's how I started? I remember when one of my friends, first one turned 21, it was Jo. I just started the company, and I can remember doing her some little, actually it's before I'd started the company, was when I was working at another craft company, and I got all the little Sizzix die cuts of the people, and I cut us all out, really basic die cuts, and coloured them all in to look like people and made her a whole scrapbook for her 21st birthday.
Oh, what I would say, Helen, if you go to our website today, there is a page with all the scrapbook products that you could choose from, and there's also a page which says, I think it's something like 8 easy scrapbook designs that you can do. So there's that, and also if you go back to yesterday's shows on YouTube with Leanne, watch those shows. I mean, she gives you loads of hints, tips and ideas, and she put together, I think, 3 different scrapbook pages, so I think that's probably a great thing to do. What a joy it's been to have you back.
It's been wonderful. I'm back for I'm back quite a few times this month, actually. I've got a HSN preview on the 21st.
A Friday Night Live, I hear, as well.
I'm back for Friday night, yes. You've got me quite a few times.
Yes. Well, we look forward to seeing you back again.
And I'll be back on Saturday with Leanne.
Oh yes, for all of you who are doing that. And of course, don't forget to record Sarah's new ITV show as well.
Every day, actually, it just finished, won't it?
Yeah. I'm back with you in an hour's time with the fish. We're rhinestoning things, so look forward to seeing them. Thanks, Sarah. Bye for now.